Do 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 do. What's good? It's your boy Fanon. About to do a quick Sunday night live stream before we get ready for the work this week. Jermall Charlo at a party for some reason won $150,000 worth of jewelry, $140,000 worth of cash and jewelry, and somebody walks out with his bag. Man, somebody got to let me know what in the heck you doing in a nightclub with $40,000 worth of cash. What's good, K Black Boxing? I'm chilling, man. Just trying to have a good little conversation, man. I was tripping about Jermall Charlo getting robbed. I mean, somebody, I don't know if you call it a robbery when somebody walks out. Oh yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? How you going? What you doing with $150,000 worth of jewelry, $40,000 worth of cash in a nightclub? What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do with that, Young DZ? What's good? What's good, Young DZ? 207. How do you know he got robbed? It's on a article in boxingscene.com. Came out in boxingscene.com this evening. The article is entitled, I might just go right to it. Jermall Charlo in a club scuffle, $150 in cash and jewels stolen. According to a report in the New York Daily News, middleweight contender Jermall Charlo lost more than $150,000 in cash and jewels when a group of women swiped his bag at the 4040 Club, which is owned by Jay-Z on West 25th Street near Brooklyn and Manhattan, New York. Man, he's hanging out with he was shining for some ladies, and they got him. And I guess it's on camera. It's on camera who took it. So yeah, man, dude got took up, dog. Yeah, I hope he's got insurance too. I hope he got insurance too, man. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I got no. What are you walking around with that? Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do, man. You got to live once, I guess. You know, you only live once, man. If you feel like walking around with unnecessary amounts of cash and jewelry on your person, you know, I guess we all got to learn at a certain point in time that that's not the brightest thing to do, man. There's a whole lot of hungry people out there in the world, man, and you carrying around, 3 years of somebody's salary, dog. Come on. Oh, yeah, Young Deezy said a rich man is a pimp's best friend. Hey, man, yep, heard that before. Yeah, absolutely, dog. Jacob the jeweler. Yeah, I want to laugh at him, man, but honestly, man, that's tripping. What's going on, Pasha Blaine? Man, just heard the news a few minutes ago as well. Absolutely, man. That's crazy, man. Shawnee said, Shush Eves said, I hope he has insurance on those jewels. Yeah, I hope he does too. I don't think he's going to have that insurance on that cash, though. I don't think he's going to have jewelry on that cash. But my understanding is a lot of these cats, man, have run around with all that diamonds and jewels on. Hey, it's better. Hey, better happen with a girl than at gunpoint with some dude at gunpoint. You know what I mean? You ain't jabbing your way out of the way of a gun. So hey man, you know what? That's a trip, man. It's a trip. Hope he gets his dough back. Hey, Javier Logan said, Fanon, what happened to Charlo? Charlo got robbed for $150,000 worth of diamonds and jewels. Jewels and cash. I think the article later on somewhere said like $40,000 in cash, maybe $120,000 in guess like $110,000 worth of jewelry. Sure, he's got a big, he got his chains taken. He had it in a bag, and some women he was hanging out with walked out with the bag, saw that money, and rolled up out of there at the 4040 Club. So, he was in the big city, got took. It's a dang shame, man. But, got to learn, I guess. You got to keep your hands off that. Hey, I don't understand, man. Oh, Chano Figueroa said on security cameras, 5 girls walk up and grab the bag. Yeah, if they 5 girls walked up and grabbed the bag, he let somebody see that. And they got together and they like, all right, we about to get him for this. Yeah, Shane says, Shush Eve, how he get robbed by a girl? He seemed pretty emotional after the altercation with Jacobs. He isn't even hitting them M's yet. He can't afford to lose jewelry and jewels and money. Yeah, man, that's ridiculous, man. Oh, Chester Jackson said it happened to Gary Payton back in the 90s. I think it happened to a lot of people in the 90s when those Jesus pieces came in style. I mean, you're asking for something when you walking around with some people, with a couple years worth of people's salary on your neck, man. That's not. I've never gotten it personally. I've always been like, look, I mean, people getting taken, getting robbed and shot over some Jordans, and they might cost a couple $100, and you walking around with a couple $100,000 around your neck, man. That's hey man, he needs to count himself blessed that's how it got taken, and it didn't get straight taken up off of him. Josh Beasley said, "What up, Fanon? You think Charlo was shook when Jacobs approached him? No, not at all. He didn't look shook to me. He looked a little tired. I mean, he looked tired the way he was talking, just talking to the cameras before he walked up. But no, he didn't look shook. I saw it from different angles. I saw it from one where it might look like he was, but from another angle I saw, nah, he was just stone cold in his face. Like, look, they shook hands and walked off, but no. And I actually, man, the one thing that struck me is Jermall Charlo actually looked tall. He looked bigger than him. Looked taller. His head looked bigger. I couldn't speak of, the rest of their body, but you know what I mean? Young Deezer says, where the hell is Andre with all this middleweight frenzy going on? I don't know what over there with, I don't know, twiddling his thumbs, apparently. Hopefully he can get in there with somebody, because I think that he's a real good fighter, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Demetrius Andrade back in the ring. Chino Figueroa said it was laying back against the wall, looking for Jacob to walk down the hall. I don't know, man. I don't think he was. Maybe he was. It just seemed like that's where, they were walking through. All those boxers are walking through the back, the back portion. He's a crowd of reporters by him. Daniel Jacobs didn't even notice. So he turned around. He said, "Oh, I guess I showed up at the right time." That was funny, man. Yeah, now I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't unrelated. If that wasn't related, man, they need to go check. They're gonna go check Daniel Jacobs' boys, man. You asking for some stuff when you up there talking crazy in somebody else's hometown, but it is what it is, man. The other side of this video, what I wanted to talk about was this Deontay Wilder stuff. I can't believe that their people are actually getting upset about scorecards that do not matter. I've listened to, several of them. I'll get to you, Josh Beasley. Yeah, I did hear that. I've seen several, videos, conversations talking about the cards and how, there was corruption because Deontay Wilder was up on the scorecards. And my thought was, first of all, I thought it looked like, I didn't keep the score, but it looked like to me like Ortiz, could have been pulling away in the fight. But a lot of those first few rounds could have went either way because there wasn't a whole lot of stuff. And Deontay Wilder got a knockdown. So I was like, man, come on, man, whatever. And on top of it, the dude got knocked out. So who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? How can you complain about a fight card that doesn't matter? It was a knockout. That fight card wasn't official. It's just what the judges were thinking. And it wasn't like Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz had a big round 7, and I think he got round 8. But, man, a lot of those earlier rounds, man, you could have gave those to Deontay Wilder. But at the end of the day, man, who even cares, dog? Oh, Fanon, did you just hear Omar pulled out of the fight with Adrian Bronner because of a shoulder injury? Boxing Ego just put it up. Yeah, that came out earlier today. Yeah, he had a separated shoulder. That might have came out earlier this afternoon that happened. Yeah, I was. We talked about it. We did a live stream earlier. It's going to be, that's interesting, man. And they're looking for a replacement for Omar Figueroa. My take on that is that Adrian Bronner just dodged one. Adrian Bronner just dodged one. Please get that boy somebody that he can beat and, look good in front of. Give him a good chance to get with Kevin Cunningham and go through their system. Have him get somebody that's, not a, Adrian Bronner at this point, deserves somebody that he can, that he can beat without having a lot of drama to it. You know what I mean? 61 people watching and only 2 likes. Come on, man. Hit that like button. Yeah, man. Hit the like button. It's be much appreciated, man. Yeah. Let me see. I see some more conversation. Same here. Hey, F9, what's good? What's good, Cali Enigma? just gonna talk some boxing for maybe about an hour, hanging out with my good people on a Sunday night. Try to cash it in early tonight so I can get ready for the job. Man, I fell out earlier today. Man, had a big long Boxing Ego thinks Omar might fight Errol Spence. I saw that title, man. That's not. I mean I saw the title, but look, man, Errol Spence Jr. is busy, and he's got his fight for July. I mean, when he said I don't know what Boxing Eagle said about it, but I can't see that happening until like November, man. I mean, or was it July? Yeah, because he's supposed to fight, I think, in July. Is that the date? July? So that's around like October. I mean, it could happen, man, but I don't care. I don't care to see that fight. I want to see something. I mean, it would be good for Texas. It'd be good for Texas. I know it's not about to happen when I know it's not about June 16th. Thank you. I know it's not going to happen anytime for June, July, August, September, October. It's not going to happen anytime before October. So, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, man. What's going on, the Dapper Don Dada? What's good, man? It's good over here. Tank couldn't even defend his belt, lost it on the damn scale. Yeah, that's a shame, man. I'm sure he'll get it back, though. We'll see what's going on. That should be a good. It's funny. I'm glad the good things that is. Somebody asked me something else. I'm sorry. Before I get into that, Fanon, how excited were you with Wilder's KO? That's Rick's giggle. Oh man, I was just on cloud nine, man. What's good, Jim Jones? Man, I was on cloud nine, no doubt, man. I was like, I was elated. That's the best way to put it. I was elated. That was a great fight, man. That was a great fight. I was happy Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was stepping it up, man. Luis Ortiz is a hell of a boxer, man. He's a hell of a boxer. He's got a great chin because really he could have been out of there several times, man. I mean, it's like, but Deontay Wilder pulled that out, man. He did what he said he was going to do. And when people, I see you Untold Legacy, I'm going to back up. Yeah, but hey, man, I was elated. It's primarily because Deontay Wilder talked all that stuff, man, and he backed it up, which means he wasn't talking mess. When you say something and it sounds like bragging, but you back it up and it happens, you got to understand that ain't bragging. That was damn near a promise. He kept a promise. That he was going for Luis Ortiz. He was going to knock Luis Ortiz out. He was in exchanges. I mean, dude, straight up, man, this dude is all about. I mean, it's so exciting, man. He's just such an exciting fighter. It's really a good time in heavyweight boxing, man, to have Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's, as much as they talk, in the press about fighters being fan friendly and exciting. I mean, the most fan friendly and exciting heavyweight boxer is Deontay Wilder, and exciting and fan friendly by a stretch. Because don't get out acting like on one breath saying that he's all wild and whatever. That quote unquote isn't what the fans are looking for, right? The fans are looking for excitement. They're looking for knockouts. And Deontay Wilder gives that to you. That fight was exciting, man. That was an exciting fight. So, hey, I'm real happy with it. I'm still amped up about it, man. Yeah, Untold Legacy. People complaining like Adelaide Bird was on the card. Man, Adelaide Bird could have been on the card, Untold Legacy. The fact of the matter is, what you talking about the cards for? What are you talking about the cards for? He knocked him out. He didn't go to the cards. He didn't go to the cards. He got knocked out, man. He got knocked out in the 10th round. We don't even care. You don't even care. What are you complaining about, man? I'm saying, you know what I mean? You acting like somebody did something. You just making up something to complain about. When you get upset about a cards that don't matter. That's ridiculous, man. I've heard people say that the knockout, was too early. Ortiz got up and said he was okay. Man, Luis Ortiz got pummeled. He got pummeled, got knocked down one time, got back up and got pummeled again and got crunched with an uppercut. Knee bounced on the ground, fell over, had his hands up, and he would have got up again. He would have got popped again. They saved that dude from some unnecessary punishment. Because Deontay Wilder was coming in there, and I'm not talking about he was coming in there with some shoe shine. That wasn't no Oscar De La Hoya shoe shine up against the ropes. Throw a ton of punches looking at the ref like, hey, he's got to stop it. No, that was, look, man, I'm about to concuss you, dude. He was looking to concuss that man. That referee did what he was supposed to do. And those judges, it doesn't even matter what they did, man. But don't act like, I mean, there was a round 7 and round 8. Round 7 and round 8, those were Luis Ortiz's round for sure. And yeah, Deontay and Luis Ortiz, it were a lot of close rounds. So, whatever, man. People looking for excuses going to find excuses. You know what I mean? If you're trying to find a way to say, oh, how was Jermall Charlo robbed? Oh, he was robbed by some women on a bag. He had a bag full of money and jewelry in a nightclub in New York City. And some 5 girls walked up and stole the bag and walked out of the 4040 Club. And I think the 4040 Club is in Manhattan. He got what do you call it? He got scoped out and robbed. He's flashing, amen, and he got took for a whole lot of money. Fanana Don, another live video. You just spoiling me today. Hey, man, more than my pleasure, man. It's my pleasure, man. I enjoy having a conversation. I don't know how long I'm going to do it tonight, though. Probably do it for an hour. I'll run my mouth for that. Then I got to go to sleep and get ready, man. 2 Robinson, what's happening, man? Slick93 says, I respect King Kong. Absolutely. Man, King Kong did his thing, man. Until he got hit. It is what it is, man. But, he was in there throwing, trying to make it happen. But now that they got to be afraid, man. They got to be afraid. They got to be afraid. Because that Deontay Wilder can knock out Luis Ortiz, can knock out Anthony Joshua. Without a doubt. Tyson Fury's talking that stuff, talking about, oh, yeah, I know I'll beat him. Okay, you beat him until you get hit, homie. Because you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit. But Tyson Fury is no joke. I'm not saying that trying to disrespect Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury got to get back, man. Tyson Fury got to get back. Rick's giggles. Hey, Fanon, how excited when you Wilder Ortiz? I think I did that already, man. Did I answer that question? Hey, Fanon, how excited were you when Wilder KO'd Ortiz, man? I was crazy. I was ecstatic, man. Ecstatic. Slick93, watch how they're going to have Wilder and Ortiz too, because AJ going to run. No, they're not doing that again, dog. Straight up. Hit the like button, man. That'd be much appreciated. What's up, man? We doing it in here. That's my man. Black Fight Fan TV was good, man. He said, what's up, homie? Luis Ortiz was drooling on the ground. Oh, dude, for real. It was spitting out mouth. They tell him about that was a stoppage. He was supposed to get he got stopped. You ain't want that dude to take a couple more of them shots from Deontay Wilder, man. Do you see them things? Them things look like, man, they look like rocket launchers in slow motion. I mean, I watched that shit in slow motion. I was like, damn, in slow motion. Hey, man, he's got that crunch you power. But Luis Ortiz, hey, man, see, here's another thing, too. That wasn't no soft touch. Deontay Wilder is going to be a better fighter next fight because of that fight with Luis Ortiz. Because he already know. Because now he knows. Now, I'm sure he knew it and he felt it before. But now he knows that he overcome that hurdle. He knows it. He's going to have that confidence that knowing that if he gets hit and gets rocked, that he knows what to do in order to, get back in the fight, take care of his business, clear his head, and then get back on the grind and know that, he's got the power to hurt everybody. Because he hit Luis Ortiz flush a couple times, and I was like, dang, especially the one was after the bell. And I'm so glad that he didn't get knocked down on that shot after the bell, that Luis Ortiz didn't take a Moise Flores moment and just jump on the ground, start twitching. You know what I'm saying? Faking because he got hit after the bell trying to take it, But hey, man, on the real, I was just, I'm still excited about it. Hearing these cats try to take away his victory, though, off some nonsense, man, come on. You're exposing yourself at this point in time, dog. You're exposing yourself at this point when you start bringing up cards that don't matter. You know what I mean? Cards that don't matter, dog. Who cares what the scorecard was? He got knocked out, man. Ali Dago 619 says, Fanon, I got Charlo stops Jacobs. I don't know, man. I'd like to see the fight. You know what I mean? I want to see that fight. But he's with Eddie Hearn, and we'll see whether or not Eddie Hearn wants to do that. Eddie Hearn's still talking that craziness today about, or maybe it was last night, about Kell Brook being better than Errol Spence. I'm like, man, did you miss the fight? Did you not see what happened? I thought I saw you in Sheffield. Could have sworn you were there. Picking your boy up off the ground. Escorting him to the ambulance. But hey, man, can't tell them nothing. They probably swear that they probably thought the cards were funny in that one. Crazy, man. DeAndre Fuentes, man, what's good, man? He said, you funny. If you talk to me, man, hey, I appreciate the comedy, man. I mean, it's a funny, life is funny, homeboy. What these cats are talking about is funny. I can't understand it. And walking around, dog, with New York City come on, man. You walk around, what are you walking around anywhere with $150,000 on your person, man? You asking for tragedy. You kidding me? You asking for tragedy. But hey, man, people do that. Okay. If it ain't a car, you shouldn't have anything worth $150,000 on your person, man. I'm telling you, straight up. You shouldn't have it. Unless you are like Floyd Mayweather Jr. and you got a rack of 6'9" bodyguards all around you while you walking. You ain't got no reason to be walking around with that damn much money. If that happened to my son, I'd be like, boy, what you got it on you for? Omar Bison says, best heavyweight fights in such a short amount of time in a long time. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, man, this is like the version 2 of whatever month that was that Deontay Wilder fought Bermane Stiverne and Anthony Joshua fought Carlos Takam, So now we got the same thing in March here, man. It was good, man. Oh, Rick's Giggle say, hey, Fanon, I appreciate you asking my question. Hey, no problem, Rick's Giggle. But by the way, next time, hey, if you have not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can be part of the conversation we have. Always put Fanon in capital letters because then I can see it. It just stands out. Or like Cali Enigma said, put, you can do @Fanon and it's in orange and that works too. Cali Enigma says, @Fanon International Boxing, I did a video discussing the 50-50 split bullshit from Hearns. Okay, for sure, man. I got to check that out. And check out the Cali Enigma, man. Check Cali Enigma's channel. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, and check out the content as he puts it out. We all need to represent, especially people that are content creators. Have a real good, more boxing channels that have some sense, the better. You know what I mean? The more that have the best, the more channels that act like they got some damn sense, the better. Shane said, shush Eve, you got to give Wilder's credit. I hope that everyone realizes after last night, Wilder has the equalizer against anyone. Ortiz had over 360 amateur fights and did well, but Wilder was too powerful. And he was patient and he was smart. That's another thing. When somebody can give me their take on this, man, but when you have somebody that's that, technically sound and is that smart, as smart as Ortiz, Deontay Wilder showed a lot of intelligence, man, and looking for what he could get. He had a game plan he was trying to exercise, and man, he was cool, calm, collected under pressure, and man, dude is an athlete. And that's a beautiful you're smart and you're an athlete, and you got that, yeah, man, you got that man, God dog, that cattle pride, that man, I don't even call it a sledgehammer, man, because it's just whipping, man. That's a crazy punch, man. That's a crazy way he had Ortiz's head bounce from one shoulder, bounce over to one shoulder and back. That's just a whole lot of force going through that dude's head, man. And he didn't even have a jab to use that day. He couldn't even use his jab. If he has somebody that's orthodox where he can use the jab up the middle, man, jeez. And that uppercut, I didn't realize his uppercut was so ugly. And I don't know if anybody noticed, man, Wilder just maybe in the second round, Wilder and him got in this exchange and he barely missed this uppercut. And I was like, man, if that uppercut had landed, it might have been a Jermall Charlo, Erickson Lubin type of moment, because really he tried to time him with that and just missed it. There's a whole lot of heat on that uppercut, man. Dude's got power with everything. All Boxing said, I don't like White, but I want him to beat Brown so Wilder can destroy him, because that's the next excuse haters going to use to discredit Wilder's legacy. Look, man, All Boxing, I respect your opinion. I don't want to see any parts of Dillian White. I don't want to see any parts of Dillian White because I don't want to see Deontay Wilder get. I don't want to see him get led around by the nose by Eddie Hearn. Man, the WBC more than likely is not going to make Dillian White his mandatory, man. If they got any sense, because then they'll know. Look, I mean, the big fight for them for the WBC to get that money should be Anthony Joshua, or if he gets past Joseph Parker. Because don't lunch, man. We got this thing on March, man. I'm gonna be looking at that fight with magnifying glasses on the screen. What's going on? What you gonna do, Anthony Joshua? If he fights Joseph Parker and that shit looks like Carlos Takam, where he throws 3 punches and they stop the fight, hey man, that's some suspectness. And for the people that want to complain about now that's funny, man. I just realized that the same people, and I'm talking about the people that I'm thinking of whose names I'm not gonna call, the same people who want to say that the stoppage with Carlos Takam was a good stoppage. Although he only got hit like what, 2-3? He got a 3-piece combo or something. Never went down. Right? I knew he had some cuts on his eyes, but it didn't get stopped on cuts. Complained about that, thought that was cool. But now same people are complaining about scorecards that didn't even matter. Because that was not a technical knockout, dog. It ain't like Luis Ortiz could have continued. Luis Ortiz could have continued getting that ass whooped. That's for sure. And suffered some brain damage, something like that. But he wasn't going to continue and win that fight. He was done. He was cooked. And he was tired to boot. He was cooked. But hey, man, it was, we'll see what happens with Joseph Parker. I hope y'all need to, tell your boy, drink his orange juice, get strong. Don't let Joseph Parker make him look bad now. Because I know that there's a whole bunch of, kind of the fanboyish, guys that are supporting Anthony Joshua. Right, who were talking all this nonsense about Deontay Wilder. But I have a suspicion, just because that's the way that the world usually works, out in the UK, that it's not all universal love for Anthony Joshua, man. I cannot believe that it's all universal love out there, man. That you ain't got some people out there in the UK kind of salty at him for some things that he said, or just from the fact that he is who he is. So, hey, man. Don't be lunch, man. I mean, he's got to get past Joseph Parker, man. And he did not look great against Carlos Takam. He did not. And I don't care what people say about Carlos Takam. Carlos Takam was a tough guy. He's a tough guy. A tough guy that wouldn't have made it out of round 6. He wouldn't have made it out of 5-6 rounds with Deontay Wilder. And you can say Wilder, not Wilder. Wilder took shots to the chin from Luis Ortiz, who is one of the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division. And I got to say, he's got at least as much power. Luis Ortiz hits as hard as Anthony Joshua, from what I can see. And he took him flush from him. We'll see what's going on, man, in a couple weeks, man. Let's make it hot. But Dillian White, I don't even want to see. I just don't want to see Dillian White eat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him eat, man. HT Logistics. He really got robbed. Damn, yeah, he got robbed, dog. You got that money taken. Crazy, huh? Literally robbed. I'm not. Oh, man, I feel sorry for him, man. You don't want to see anybody lose their money. I'm just glad it didn't happen when somebody took it off of him, man. Slick 93, I got money and say that Wilder can beat that 50-0 record. He might be able to, man. He's there. He's 49-0 already. I mean, he's 40-0 right now. It's 10 fights. That's 5. Is he fighting 3? He fights 3 a year. If he fights 3 a year, that's 3 years away, man. And it might take 3 years for dude to get in there with him. My man said those fans in the UK are pretty dope. They got great fans in the UK, man. Absolutely, they do. And I believe that they'll hold Anthony Joshua accountable eventually if they make excuses about not giving those guys in the UK the fight that they should want to see. Then, hey, man, we might need to start talking about you. UK people need to stop attending them damn fights. You sit your ass out and boycott that dude. Boycott Joshua in the UK, dog. If he's not fighting the best fights, because he's just milking you cats for your money. Eddie Hearn is anyway, because that's what Eddie want to do. Two Robinson said they stopped fights too early in the UK. But here's the thing, man. Two Robinson, I thought that too. Then I watched the fight with Anthony Yard against whoever that dude was he beat up in that last fight. He was fighting on the same card as Daniel Dubois. They let that fight go. They could have stopped because old boy got knocked down with body shots 2 times in the round before they actually stopped it. That dude, Anthony Yarde, looked like he was outweighing that dude by 30 pounds, back as big as a Brahma bull, and they didn't stop that fight. They let that go. So, and I've watched other fights where I'm like, no, they let those guys fight sometimes. So I'm not convinced 100% that that's just some UK thing where they stopped that too early. I think they want that knockout streak to go, and they ain't taking no chances with that's my take on it, man. Yeah, man, I saw that. I was like, man, Anthony, why ain't they stop this with Anthony Yarde pummeling this dude like that? And they didn't stop it, man. KJ Scribner, what's good? What's good, man? He said Eddie Hearn's still gonna buy the tickets with straw purchases. Hey, man, that's crazy how it happened. John, Golden Gloves Boxing uploaded on this channel. I'm not sure what that is. Fanon, you right. I learned last night that Wilder is smart. This is Dapper Dundada. Last night is smart. His skills are subpar, but his intelligence is next level. It'll be like not having a lot of basketball skills, but having Kobe's offensive mind. Yeah, I mean, he's not the most technically sound cat in the world, man. But, he makes it work for him, and he's proven himself. He's good. He's proven himself, man. He's proven. Hey, what's going on with you on Adulterated Truth? Just chilling, talking a little boxing. Probably do about another half hour. Just going back, man, talking. Hope life's well with you, sir. Shane said, Shashiv, I got to call you. I don't want to call you Eve because I'm supposed. Shane, I call you Shane. Takam's style is tailor-made for Wilder. He's very small and is known for taking loads of punishment. Wilder's KO in 5, but AJ is more polished than Wilder, but their styles will clash. I'm going to tell you what'll clash with AJ is that right hand's going to crash upside his head because he doesn't move his head. Vladimir Klitschko walked straight up to him for the first half of that fight. I got to watch it again because it's been a while and watch what the rounds were. But before Anthony Joshua ran in there and just bum rushed and knocked Klitschko down, he was just walking straight up to him in the beginning of the round and smashing him with straight right hands. So I'm like, man, if Klitschko can just hit you with straight right hands damn near at will, I mean, what you going to do if Deontay Wilder hitting you at will with straight right hands? That's going to put that dude down, man. He take 1, he ain't going to take 2. You know what I mean? He ain't going to take 2. I'm telling you, man, that's a bad, from what I can see, I don't know who's going to win, but I think that's a bad, but the style matchup between Wilder and Joshua is a really bad matchup for Joshua because Joshua does not have good head movement. He's not moving side to side. He's not getting on his toes like Luis Ortiz. He's not a southpaw where he can keep his jab hand out and stop the jab of Deontay Wilder. He's pretty much a middle-range fighter that's looking straight at you that you can hit coming up the middle. And if he hits that dude coming straight up the middle like Klitschko did, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be a lot of screaming and going to be a lot of upset people in Wembley Stadium if that's where it is. I'm just telling you. JC Wilder only has a right joint. Man, he's got a jab, dude. All right, trolling. Okay, we got a troll up in this joint, I do believe. All right, I'm monitoring trollism, homeboy. Fanon, I'm late to the stream. Did Jermall Charlo get robbed? Yeah, no. Yeah, he got robbed, absolutely. He got robbed for $150,000 worth of cash and jewels at a nightclub by 5 women who walked up on his bag and walked out with his bag. Is now getting sold somewhere in the Bronx. That cash ain't coming back, homie. Dundada said, "That great live stream as usual. I'm out. Peace." All right, Dundada, get back, man. Get back. No, JC, you're not trolling. That's cool. No worries, man. I was checking, man. I'm telling you, JC, I don't got a lot of patience for that. If you got your opinion that cats are blind and think that's all he has, that's cool. There's no problem with that, man. It's all good. We just had just some cats come through saying some stuff. I'm telling you, JC. Nino Brown boxing for 9. What's good, Nino Brown? And my apologies, JC, man. If it's all good, it's all good. For 9, if Wilder brings in Derek James to polish that uppercut like Jermall gave to J-Rock, it's all over for them heavyweights. Yeah, it could already be over though, Nino. Straight up, man. It could already be over. Because dang, there's only one left. Excuse me. There's only 2 left. But I respect that, man. And thanks for being on the live stream, AJC, man. If I get a little quick about it, man, it's just, trust me, man. There's cats come up in here with some real foolishness. It's not that you have an opinion that you don't like Wilder. You're not big on Wilder and think he only got a right hand. That's all good, man. It's a good mature play. It's a good mature boxing conversation and a point of view that you are more than welcome to have. RBD. It was a theft, not robbery, because there's no force used in taking Charlo's money. You know what that's called, RDB? That is called a distinction without a difference. You can call it was a theft. It was, whatever. He got his money taken. That's a distinction without a difference. And quite honestly, it's a little bit of lean there because he might have been standing right by there, and you don't necessarily have to use force to get robbed. Man, people, you break in your house, it's a home invasion, or you can say colloquially, I got robbed. Man, what happened, man? Somebody came in, we got robbed. Somebody stole all my Christmas presents. That's a distinction without a difference, my friend. But thanks for the clarification, but that's a distinction without a difference. And by distinction, a difference, I mean, you can say theft, you can say robbery. It's a colloquial term, but at the end of the day, dude got his money taken and he got his jewels taken. For real. Charlo got robbed. Damn, didn't know that. Yep. For 9, Wilder has an uppercut speed, and plus Brawner isn't fighting Figueroa. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, man, that's cool, man. I mean, that's kind of sucks, man. Be More TV, man. I ain't seen you in a while. What's good, man? For 9, does Wilder need a new trainer? No, he's doing well with his trainer, man. He's doing really well with his trainer. I mean, he is himself, man. He is who he is. And Mark Breland's done a great job with him. He's got him to 40-0 with 39 knockouts. He just got done knocking out Luis Ortiz. They had a game plan for what was going on. He was calm in the corner. I mean, you can't argue with results, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm sure he can get better, right? And he is getting better. But that was a big mountain he climbed. That's a big mountain he climbed the other day. That that's the thing, man. You can't. Sometimes you just gotta listen to what you. Oh, JC said no hard feelings, homie. Cool. I'm glad, man. I'm glad, man. That's good to know. And I appreciate you coming to the channel, man. Seriously, 100%. I believe it. And I mean, I appreciate it. Look, man, at a certain point in time, man, you just got to say, look what's happening in the ring. What's the results, right? You critique, you can critique what's going on, how he looks, but you ain't in the ring with him. You know what I mean? I bet you if you ask Luis Ortiz, one of the best heavyweights in the world, looks at Deontay Wilder and tells you what Deontay Wilder was in the ring, he'll tell you Deontay Wilder can fight. Sometimes, if you're not in the ring with him, you're not dealing with the dude in your face. You're not looking at the fact that this dude, you're looking up at him. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell how fast the punches are coming from TV. You know what I mean? We're not feeling what those punches look like, what those punches are feeling like. He's the heavyweight who has the ability to turn your lights out, man. It's not coincidental that he's knocked out 39 professional heavyweight fighters. And that's where I'm like, man, at a certain point, you guys got to get this dude. Come on, man, just judge what the outcome is. You know what I mean? It's like a sprinter that breaks the world record, but somebody don't like the fact that his knees aren't lifting high enough. Like, isn't that Michael Johnson, the 200 and 400 meter guy that set world records in the 200 and the 400? His running form wasn't very good, but dang, he got to the end of the track damn fast. You know what I'm saying? He finished that rate that he was running 44-second 400s with that bad form. You know, at the end of the day, man, it's what you produce. You know, and Deontay Wilder produces. He produces. And he put himself in a situation to shut critics up, but somehow these critics ain't shutting up. Coming up with cockamamie excuses about scorecards that don't matter. I mean, honestly, man, I think that's just about the stupidest thing I've ever heard, man, in boxing. To waste your time arguing about or complaining about scorecards that don't matter is about the stupidest thing you can do in boxing. The guy got knocked out. What do you care about the scorecards for, man? Hey, how about this? Maybe you got your scorecard wrong because the guy got knocked out. Maybe he got hurt earlier and the judges saw it. Whatever, who cares? He got knocked out. There is no judges. The judges didn't get to vote. You could have burned those. You could have just burned the scorecards because Deontay Wilder knocked him out. But to try to use that as a reason, it's like Deontay Wilder's career is now becoming it's like you can just take all the excuses made and put them a little in a book and call it like the almanac of boxing excuse making. Because they use, at certain point in time, they're using every one of them. You know what I mean? I'd be surprised if somebody didn't say it was boring. Like, that's the next one. That's the only one that isn't being, he's boring. But they're basically saying that he's sloppy. He's a shit fighter. Like, then it's, he doesn't sell tickets. And then it's, he didn't sell tickets. He ain't fought nobody. He got the knockout, but they were all bums. Yeah, I know he knocked out Luis Ortiz, but the judges on the scorecards were wrong. I mean, come on, man. At a certain point in time, your own people that are going to support you are going to start looking at you like, you know what? You're kind of full of shit, man. And are you really just trying to take advantage of me by telling me what I want to hear? Because you think that I shouldn't like this guy? Are you scared this guy's going to knock out Anthony Joshua? Because you pulling everything out your ass in order to make that argument. Because at a certain point in time, man, it's just done. You know what I mean? It's done. There's nothing more to say. Let the fight happen, dog. Oh, 1-2 said Brooklyn got them Wolves. Oh, yeah, you know that. They'll take your money, man. Javier Logan says, Fanon, they said the same shit about Spence Brook. It's not over until it's over. People acting like things are official when the clock runs out. Oh, Corey Lee Boxing, read my message. Man, I got to go back. I got to go back. Excuse me. Somebody got timed out. Hey, Tony Mavari, you will get bopped with that. Hey, man, when you talking that smack, be looking out for those blue wrenches. Them blue wrenches put you up out, dog. Hey. All right, man. I can't find it, man. I was telling you I was talking too long. There's been a lot of people. I can't see it, man, Trey. I don't know where it is. You got to put that quote just put it at the bottom. Corey Lee, I'm looking for Trey X. That's my problem. Yeah, man, it would be real helpful if you can put it down there. I'll go backwards and look for it. L. Regaton, Fanon, why is it that Americans don't get behind our champions? More people here wanted Ortiz's win. Shake my head. I'm Latino, but I'm American, so I was going for Wilder. He's our champion. I'm telling you, man, you know what? Look, the people just, look, man, I don't think that Americans get behind people a lot of times until it's like they're not going to get behind a black American fighter or a Latin American fighter really until they're all the way up. They're not going to support people who are on the come up. They're going to support people who are up. And really right now, but Floyd Mayweather is up, and they supported him in the, you know what it is, man. I mean, I don't even feel like going through that. Deontay Wilder is not, his personality is not going to make him loved in the United States. He's designed to have the black hat. He's designed to be the one that people pay to go see so that they can see him lose. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather Jr. called boring. The thing with Floyd was that he was boring. He never fought anybody. All the whack excuses that come up, man. Guitar Hero 1885. Thanks for the great content, Fanon. Cool range of topics and rants, bro. All the best from UK. What's good, man? Glad to finally find out I was right about DW being legit, real deal. Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm glad that you support that man. Thank you, sir. And for saying that positive word about him, man. RDB says Wilder is the most athletic boxer since Prime Roy Jones. I mean, he's real athletic. That ain't no joke. I agree. Since Roy, I'm thinking off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody but who's more athletic. But he might be. Shit, now think about it. All right, Corey, I went back like as far as I could go back without, going back 100 comments. El Finici was good, man. Corey Lee Boxing, I just wrote about Charlo 6 messages up. Corey, man, you making me work, man. This is going by fast. And it's taking a long time to find this, man. Phenomenon, what's good, Corey Lee? Corey, I can't find it, man. This shit's not here, man. I'm sorry, man. You gotta write it again because I can't find it, man. It takes a lot of. I gotta search through a lot of stuff to find a specific one. It's just as easy to just copy paste and put it in the bottom of the deal, and I can see it. Are you? Are you from the UK? You talking to me? Am I from the UK or US? Hey, man, I'm not saying I definitely from the United States, man. Definitely. Baltimore SK. F what they say, just win. Yeah, pretty much. If you're talking to me, yeah, I'm from the United States, man. I'm not from the UK. No, I don't know, man. You like, yeah, that's what I mean. My accent is definitely from the United States. Fanon, us JC. Fanon, what you think about the 30-second timeout that Wilder took in the 8th? I don't know. I don't know if that was 30 seconds or not. I think that, what I heard was that he had gotten, that the doctor wanted to come in and take a look at his eye to see, a concussion protocol. I'll take him at their word. But honestly, man, I don't think that he was in danger of getting knocked out. I think when you replay a lot of those punches that were getting thrown with Ortiz, Ortiz wasn't landing a lot of those, So I just think, it's unfortunate that that's something people can talk about, but, that passed. It passed. It passed. I think about it just kind of like, hey, man, what happens if Luis Ortiz, when he got knocked down in the was it the second or the third round? I mean, who's buying time, man? JC, come on, who was buying time? The doctor did that shit. The doctor did it. The doctor came by and did his little eye thing, from what I recall. I mean, if they were buying time, they were buying time. Even if they did, they were buying time. It's not the first time shit ever happened. I've seen cats pour water. I've seen people purposely spill water. I mean, that's his trainer's job, man, is to make sure his man got a chance to fight. But, I don't know what you want to extend that to. I mean, that's some pit. That's some pity. That's some super minor shit right there, man. It's just super minor. Yeah, he had an extra 30 seconds, recovery because the round stopped. I do believe it was the doctor that came over and looked at his eyes to make sure that he wasn't concussed and wasn't about to get hurt. That's what I thought happened. But at the end of the day, man, Wilder survived it. He got past it and he knocked the dude out. It's in the books now. It's in the books. I mean, that's looking for petty shit, man. Just straight up. Is looking for petty shit. If Deontay Wilder wasn't shit and all he had was a right hand, then Luis Ortiz should have been able to avoid the right hand, go in there and knock his ass out and win that fight. But he didn't. You know what I mean? He got knocked out because Deontay Wilder is a good fighter. They bought time. Cool. Deontay Wilder bought time. That whole round, he took the whole round off stayed out of the way, cleared his head, and that's what it is, man. You know, it's just, I mean, at a certain point, man, you know, the petty shit is not, it's petty. That's petty. And I don't know what can be more, I mean, yours isn't quite as petty. What's going on, Flame on 24? Thanks for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. We'll go to a good cause. You know, I mean, I don't mean to get on it too hard with you, JC, and I appreciate the comment. But, you know, I personally just don't really have a lot of time. If that was just one petty thing that was thrown on top of Deontay Wilder, I'd be like, cool. All right, yeah, it was a little bit longer, man, but I'm not going to give credence to petty shit. You know, like, he purposely untied his shoes, you know, in between rounds so that he would get a little extra time yeah, it's boxing. If that's what he did, but that's a doctor that came over. I don't think the New York State Athletic Commission was trying to check the dude's eye to make sure he wasn't concussed as a way to give him, you know, it's a grand conspiracy to give him extra time to keep him from getting knocked out. You know what I mean? If they wanted to do that, if they wanted to do that, they could have stopped the fight in the second round when Ortiz got knocked down. They could just went over there, waved their hands. You know what I mean? I mean, just get a dude his credit, man, and at the very least, not look for super minor shit. The scorecards, and I know that's not you doing it, but for real, you got cats on YouTube talking about scorecards in a fight that was a knockout. You got people who are calling the cat who are 40-0, 7-time defending WBC champion, who's 40-0 with 39 knockouts, actually acting like they believe the guy can't fight. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous on his face. Nobody, and see, here's the thing. If you want to look on both sides of that, I never hear anybody say something like that about Anthony Joshua. Never. I know what I do hear, though? I do hear those same type of Anthony Joshua, the people that like that saying the same thing about Tyson Fury. Acting like Tyson Fury can't fight. And I'm like, dog, what Tyson Fury are you watching? Tyson Fury can fight. Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko. But it's the same support base, and it literally is the same people sometimes that will say Tyson Fury's a fat bum, cokehead fat bum who ain't never been any good. But if he was just some cokehead fat bum that ain't never been good, he beat Vladimir Klitschko. So since he beat Vladimir Klitschko when Vladimir Klitschko was the champion and beat him easy, then what credit should Anthony Joshua get for beating him? None. So if by the extension of their own logic, they're saying Anthony Joshua ain't never beat nobody. It's just at a certain point in time, man, you can be a fan of a fighter and want your fighter to win, but you got to give credit where credit's. You don't have to, but you know you're always going to be deemed suspect by a lot of people if you're not willing to give credit where credit's due. Give Deontay Wilder his credit. There's no way that a man can get a bronze medal in the Olympics and not know how to box. It's just not possible. That's like saying you got a guy that scored in college, put up 50 points in a game, and he doesn't know how to score. He don't know how to play. You're looking at a dude, oh no, he just scored 50 points. Yeah, but he really can't play basketball. You know, Lonzo Ball. Do you see that, his jump shot, how crazy that jump shot is, how it looks all funny? He ain't really a baller. He can't ball. Really? Lonzo Ball can't play basketball. Okay. I would hear that stuff in the beginning of the season, cats talking about how Lonzo Ball was garbage. I'm like, this dude got doesn't he got 11 assists and 9 rebounds and 8, 9 points, 3 steals, stats in every one of his columns? But because you don't like his jump shot, all of a sudden this dude can't ball? I mean, you just gotta come on, man. And I wasn't the biggest on Deontay Wilder, man. I was actually when if I had to say which way I was leaning heavier towards, I was leaning towards Anthony Joshua as far as the person that I thought I liked the most because of the beefs that were going on with Deontay Wilder and Mike Tyson. But Anthony Joshua fans squashed that for me because I'm like, hold on, they made me look closely at Deontay Wilder because I'm like, anybody that people are saying things that are just patently ridiculous about is somebody I'm going to take a closer look at. Right? You can't tell me this guy can't fight. I'm watching him. He's knocking people out cold. Yeah, the fights are looking close, but it's really just a matter of time because he's winning bombs by dudes. But you know, we do what we all do. Oh yeah, man. Casey Robinson said, "I'm looking for your stuff, Corey Lee. By the way, man, no disrespect on that. It's just I just have to stop and try to find it, and it's like real tough to do with a bunch of comments. And I'm happy that we got a lot of comments, dog. Oh, the doctor did what the Cali Enigma. The doctor did what New York State law states. It's a CTE concussion law. That makes sense to me because the dude waved a glass. He had a chance of stopping that fight. You know, he could have been like, oh, no, this guy can't continue in this fight and stopped it. But it is what it is, man. I'm looking, Corey Lee, man. Where you at, my man? I'm looking for the question from you. Ali Dago Fanan, if Wilder was fighting in the 80s, he would be getting praised as a great fighter, but because social media, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Yeah. I could agree with that. It says New York State law. El Finichi Fanan, the fight was reffed perfect to me. Oh, he did a great job. He did. And he stopped that fight right when he needed to stop it, man. Because that dude was getting blasted, homie. Straight up. Smith, F&I, Wilder only speaks his mind. Every man should have the right to speak his mind. We need animated champions, not robots or champions we can control. Yeah, pretty much. I agree 100% with that. See, hey, what's going on, J-Dog? Errol Spence may be fighting Figueroa in Texas instead of Campos. He said he had him on. Boxing Eagles on Boxing Eagle Instagram. Okay, you guys got to tell me whether that. I'll look into that. I don't know how that would happen, man. They just said they had a purse bid, and the mandatory for Errol Spence is Ocampo. So what are they going to play step aside money to Ocampo? They just finalized that fight. I don't get that, man. How does that work, man? Dude just had an elbow separation, and he can't take a fight with Adrian Bronner. But now in January, Spence is going to pay step aside money. I don't understand how that works, man. Maybe it could work, because I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. We just heard this week that there was a purse bid was ordered by the IBF for Ocampo, but then the purse bid was called off because Tom Brown, the promoter for Errol Spence, came to an agreement with the promoter for Ocampo. So I don't know how that could happen. Oh, Daniel says, Ocampo not ready, going to take the step aside money. It's a rib, not his shoulder. Okay. Yeah, I saw shoulder in the new. A step aside money for Ocampo, that's sad. Don't make sense. Adam. Jackson, I'm not even going to get into that, man. Fury sounded like an idiot this morning. I don't think he did, man. Fury sounds like he think he can beat that dude. I think he believes in himself, man. Yeah, man, I'll go check that out, man, see what that is, man. That sounds, if he winds up, if it's his rib, I thought it said it was his shoulder, man, but let me go to here. Yeah, I'll take a couple seconds, man, because you guys are hitting me with news. I took a nap this afternoon, so I wasn't really checking my feeds. Omar Figueroa pulls out of April 21st fight against Broner. Omar Figueroa is pulled out of that fight. Yeah, I don't see right off the top whether it says it was his shoulder or I thought it was his shoulder. Thanks for the correction. If it's not his shoulder and it's his rib. Cool. But I don't get that, man. Like, I got him. I hope so. Well, that'd be good. It'd be a good fight. I'd take it. I mean, Omar Figueroa, Errol Spence Jr., that'd be a good fight. It's a better fight than an Ocampo fight. But I mean, I could have sworn they just wrapped that up. So that's funny to me. But you know, hey man, this is boxing. Things happen, man. You never know what's going to happen. What's this dude's name? Figueroa. Yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, he says I'm down for June fight with Errol Spence. That was back in January, so that was talked about. But it is what it is, man. I don't know. It'll be cool. New York just paid a $20 million settler for a fight who died after a fight. Yeah, hey, yeah, that'll get it right. AJ versus Wilder in Wembley for sure. Oh, JC, yeah, more than likely, yeah. I would see that fight taking place in Great Britain. Yeah, because interestingly enough, it probably could make it might still make more money in still might make more money in the US though, depending on whether or not it can sell out. If it can sell out the T-Mobile Arena and get that number of pay-per-views in the UK and be pay-per-view in the United States, it could probably still make more money in the United States. But yeah, I would suspect that would I would expect that it would be in Wembley. And JC, why not here? I don't know why what here is. Here's you got to tell me in the United States or what? I don't know where here is for you. Justin Valdez-Pino Ortiz still beats 90% of heavyweights in my opinion. Absolutely, more than 90%. I think he beats all but one or two. If they can sell out the T-Mobile Arena, it's going to Vegas. Yeah, if they can sell out the T-Mobile or the MGM Grand, it's going to go to Vegas. And why not? If you're saying why not the United States, the argument for the UK is that it'll sell 90,000 seats, whatever, in Wembley Stadium. It'll be on pay-per-view in the UK, at a good time for UK pay-per-view. Eddie Hearn can scalp tickets and make his money on the back, making some underhand money, dog. And JC, I have no clue what the purse bid is going to be for AJ versus Anthony Joshua versus Wilder. Who knows? 60-40 in Joshua's standpoint. These are things that I don't know. And honestly, I kind of want to get out of talking about, dog. What? Corey. God dang, Corey. I'm looking for your message, Corey, man, because I see the message when you're saying I'm avoiding your messages. So I'll go back and look for your message. There's just a lot of comments, man. There's 111 people in here, and they're flying by real fast. If I speak a sentence, 10 of them are going by me. Yeah, I wrote the same message 21 times for 9. Am I mute, dude? Dog, seriously? I read that one. Write it here, Corey. I'm going to wait for you to write your message right now so I make sure that I see it. And I'm going to pause all the other comments while I wait for you to put this message on here. Hey, what's good, Brian Taylor, man? How you feeling? Rick Buford, what's good, man? KC here in the house, man. What's happening? Corey, I'm sitting here waiting for it to be written. Adam Smith, boxing is all about punch stats. All boxing. Add Adam. Okay, that's Adam. Nah, Corey Lee's not gonna have a troll question. He asks good questions. There's no doubt. I did a collab with Corey Lee, man. He's a good dude, for sure. But let's get the question answered, man, so that we can continue on, man, and answer questions, man. Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. Brian Taylor. Hope all's well with you. All's good, man. Hey, Chuck Moore, I'm not sure if I've seen you on the channel before, Chuck Merca. But welcome to the channel, man. All right. So yeah, man, I'm sitting here. I'm waiting for this message, man. Thanks for the stream, by the way, Alex Gray. Hey, man, it's all good. It's a lot of fun to do that, man. The Tactician. It was Jermall Charlo, there was actually, there's an actual video. Yeah, it was Jermall Charlo? I'm not sure. Fanon, Brian Taylor, Fanon, good fight last night. Oh, it was super incredible. There you go. Corey Lee Boxing. Excuse me, Brian. Jermall Charlo told Danny Jacobs he's going to give him something more than cancer. I didn't hear him say that, man. I heard the whole conversation. I didn't hear him say that. If Jermall Charlo said it, I didn't hear him. If he did say that, that's tacky at the highest, dog. That's tacky at the highest. And honestly, man, shouldn't have done that, dog. That's uncalled for. That man, cancer's a serious thing, and you know that dude was facing the end of his life. And if Jermall Charlo said that to him, there's no excuse for that, man. There's no excuse. Boxing is boxing. You want to be the champ. You want to be the best. If you did that, if he said that, that just shows that he's tacky and immature. And if he did it, karma's a bitch, and that's why he lost $150,000 in jewels and cash. And I don't feel sorry for him if he said that. But I've listened to all of the interviews, and I never heard that. The conversation that actually took place between Jermall Charlo and Danny Jacobs when he walked up on him in the hallway, quite honestly, man, was pretty respectful. He just said, "Hey, man, I didn't say you ducked me. You know, we can make it happen, though. We can make it happen." And Danny Jacobs said, "Hey, you know, we can make it." You know, he said, "Hey, man, you know my rap sheet. You know my rap sheet. I'm just checking to make sure you know I'm not scared of you. You coming to New York, talking like that. Hey, I'm letting you know." That was pretty much the conversation. I didn't hear anything tacky and inappropriate on Jermall Charlo's part. I didn't see anything tacky and inappropriate on Danny Jacobs' part. Jermall Charlo didn't look shook when Danny Jacobs walked up on him. Danny Jacobs didn't look shook at all walking up on him. They shook hands. Danny Jacobs gave him a little backhanded little tap on the chest and said, "We're good," and walked off. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? That's what I saw. JC said Mia Khalifa or Sarah J, dog. Nah, I mean, it's been a nah. I know what they do, man. I can't say that I've actually seen either one of them, man. Cali Enigma said he never said that. Yeah, man. Hey, Corey Lee, it's cool, man. Don't send me it's all right, man. If he said it, he said it. I mean, if he said it, it's tacky. I mean, I don't know what I mean, I don't really care. I mean, if he said it, I mean, that's just something inappropriate to say. Flame on 24, where was the light-skinned tough guy that was with them when he got robbed? Oh, that's funny, man. Watch him Ronald Finkley, he just said he's a big problem then. Oh, bigger problem. Oh, I saw that, man. That he's I see. I remember what you're talking about, Ronald Finkel. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he didn't just flat out say, you know, I'm a bigger problem than cancer. I don't think. Or maybe, yeah, I think that was Jermall, though, man. That wasn't Jermall Charlo. That was Jermall that said that. I remember that. That was Jermall. That wasn't Jermall. And he did. I don't think he said it super blatantly. And he dang sure didn't say it to him. And if he did it, I remember that, man. Yeah, I remember that. But that was Jermall Charlo. That was Jermall. That wasn't Jermall. And honestly, man, he was talking about his brother. That's, if I recall correctly, he was talking about his brother. Yeah, Jermall and Jermall are two different people. Absolutely. Yeah, it was Jermall. Okay, whatever. Whoever said it, it's some tacky shit shouldn't be said. I'm going to leave it like that, dog. Just straight up. Oh, he said it was not Jermall. Yeah, okay. Man, yeah, no, it was. I don't care, man. Seriously, I don't care. It's tacky as shit, however you go. You know, I've heard tacky shit in my life before, man. I don't want to publicize tacky shit. That's just tacky shit. And it's uncalled for, man. And grow the fuck up. Whoever said that shit, just grow the fuck up. Hey, what's going on, Ticket TV? You know what I mean? That's all that is, man. If he said it, he needs to grow the fuck up. Because you don't pull that type of shit. You don't pull that. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, Corey Lee said my grandma had it. Absolutely, man. You don't pull that type of shit in And, you know, hey, man, karma's a bitch. If he said it, karma's a bitch, and he's out 150 grand for flexing and fronting. Now, that said, Jermall Charlo's still going to beat the shit out of Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. You know what I mean? But it's tacky. But kids do tacky things. And I'm calling him a kid. He's in his 20s. Kids do tacky shit, man. You know what I mean? But what's good, Ticket TV in the house? If you guys don't know Ticket TV, check out Ticket TV's channel. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff. You know, check him out on a regular basis, man. He's a great source for news. He comes up with that shit in all sports real quick. You get it regularly, man. You'll know what's going on with basketball. You'll know what's going on in just, you know, world events. You know what's going on with boxing with Ticket TV. So check him out. Subscribe all day, man. That's what's good, Ticket. In the house, man. Honestly, man, it's superstar in the house, man. We got Ticket TV. I had to stop and think for a second, man. Like, what's good? Gary Benson, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, I think, and Gary Benson, thank you always, man. You represent, man. You definitely one of the cats that hold it down, man. Oh, and I'm sorry, just 1 second before I do, you know, with Ticket TV, support the LDBC and what these cats are doing with covering fights and being straight up about what's going on, man. You know, and I'm gonna make a comment after Gary Benson since Ticket's here. I listened to him talk earlier today, man, and I wanted to, you know, follow up on something he said. So, but Gary Benson said, man, I think Hearn is trying to set up Miller versus Joshua in the States. Is him really trying to insult the American boxing fans? If he fights anyone in the United States, it should be Wilder. Yeah, man, that's going to be a punk move, man. That's a punk move. If you can come over to the United States for Jermall Miller, you don't need to come over. Flat out. You don't need to come over. That's a bitch move. That's a bitch move. You can't, if you can sell out 90,000 seats, see that, if that happens, Gary Benson, that's going to show you straight hypocrisy. That is hypocrisy. Because the whole talk about Anthony Joshua is how much money he makes in the UK, how his fights are so huge in the UK, how he's got selling 90,000 seats in Wembley Stadium, how he's selling out, you know, how he's breaking pay-per-view records, how he's a world star. If that's true, and you saying all that to tell you why Deontay Wilder doesn't deserve a fight, then don't bring your ass over here with no Jermall Miller. Because then you don't need to come over here at all. Because if he ain't fighting Deontay Wilder, he don't need to come here at all. I'm telling you, and he's gonna lose he just won't even have, that fan base will be trash over here, man. Trash over here. And there ain't gonna be no way slipping your way around it, man. Trying to say, okay, well, you know, we'll sell out the Barclays Center. We'll sell out the Barclays Center with Jermall Miller, and that way we can argue that we the most popular boxer in the heavyweight boxer in the United States. If that's the case, I'll make a video a fucking hour, you know, imploring people to boo his ass off the stage every punch he throws. Just boo him. The whole shit. It should be like a universal New York boo. Cause boo his ass when he gets off the plane, boo his ass while he's on the scales, boo his ass when he's fighting, boo him when he's doing his speech afterwards, boo his ass back onto a plane back to the UK. If he gets in there and fights Jermall Miller don't even deserve a shot with Deontay Wilder. Get out of here. Jermall Miller, get up out of here, man. If you got time for Jermall Miller, then you got time for Deontay Wilder. Period. And I know they was hoping that dude was going to lose so that, you know, they could pull that little win. So I'm not talking about Anthony Joshua. I'm talking about Eddie Hearn. Fast Eddie. It's ridiculous, man. Straight up, dog. That's ridiculous. I would boo his ass. I spent a month. Boo. I would do a whole fucking video, dog. I'd do a boo live stream. I just boo on that ass. Get out of here, man. Come on. You can't do that. You cannot come to the United States and fight him, man. You can't do it. And on top of it, I don't even want to hear this bullshit about asking Deontay Wilder to go over there and fight Dillian White. Dillian White don't get nothing. Jermall Miller don't get nothing. We don't need to hear it. We've been waiting for years. Come on, man. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, he makes me want Tyson Fury to be the fucking heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I do. Boo. I don't want it, man. That's why I'm missing, like, Tyson Fury. Dude, you remember what Tyson Fury did? Tyson Fury won that belt and came over to Deontay Wilder's fight, got in the ring, and got in his face talking about there's only one Tyson Fury. Dog, he was ready to go. I believe he was ready to go. But, you know, your boy don't want it, dog. Your boy Eddie Hearn trying to be cute with it. He's trying to talk about this. What did he say? Who's Jermall? Who's Jermall Charlo? I don't know who Jermall Charlo is. Man, come on. You know who Jermall Charlo is, man. You're a boxing promoter. You know who Jermall Charlo is. You know who the 154-pound champions are. You know who has don't act silly, dude. You know, don't act silly, man. But Denard Reed said, you know, he's in protective custody. You don't act silly, man. Oh, but Ticket TV said, yeah. So back on to what I was on, man. Look, these cats in the LDBC, man, people need to subscribe to their channels and support, man. Because really and truly, I have heard ripple effects into the quote unquote mainstream, you know, the boxing media, where you know that they're feeling the pressure off of Luda Bella was mentioned in videos. Luda Bella wanted to mention the cats by name, but he's like, you know, people that made these videos talking about the number of seats being sold. I was like, this dude, Luda Bella up in his office watching videos on YouTube, dog. Just like Luda Bella might be in the live stream for all I fucking know. You know, but he definitely heard that video. That cat out of UK did it because he mentioned it directly. He didn't say who it was, but he mentioned it. And that tells you, you know, if you got the LDBC and you got 50, first of all, you got 50 dudes in the damn thing making videos about fights. And then you got what, 15, 20 trolls who also mention LDBC in all their videos. And I think that's why I think cats should support them, man, and make sure that these guys' videos get views, whether you like them or hate them. You know, agree or don't agree, watch their videos and let their voice get louder so that people can call. And, you know, new media cats too, however that's divided up. Boxing Ego, I hear people talk about Boxing Ego, and I'm like, man, Boxing Ego, that's a hardworking young man. I mean, Boxing Ego is a hardworking young man who is, you know, clearly on his grind, trying to do his thing. But hey, man, he's calling for the fights. He's talking about boxing. He's talking about, you know, from a perspective where, you know, black fighters in America can get their shots and get their shots. And he's doing it on a regular basis. Dante's Boxing Nation as well. So that's what I'm talking about. When I saw Ticket TV is one of those cats too. Does it in boxing, does it in other areas as well. Ashley's Corner, you know, we should support, man. Ticket says, and your boy AJ wouldn't even be in the driver's seat right now because Wilder or Fury would have been the man. Yeah, Wilder would have been the man, dog. I mean, Fury would have made it happen. Fury will make it happen, dude, because he believes in himself. Oh, not Hatman Strikes Back. No, it was somebody else. Hitman Strike. I don't know what the difference between Hatman and Hitman. I don't remember which one that is. I think one's playing off the other, but no, there's another one that did that video. He had another one that hit that video. But JC, what's good, my man? I appreciate you being in there. And Corey, man, hey, Corey Lee Boxing, man. You know, I addressed the point, man. Sorry if I got a little, you know, we're good though. You know, me and you, we tight, man. I'll get back, and I'm never gonna skip your question, man, on purpose. That's for sure. I wouldn't do that. Nah, those dudes trolls. Okay, it was Sport Night. Yeah, that dude's wild boy. Oh, Cass in the house. What's good, my man? What's good, man? We got hey, guys, hit the like button. You know, hit the like or dislike, whatever you want to do, man. We got 125 people in the stream. It's all good, man. This is the channels. The live streams are growing, and we got more and more people having real good conversations in the comment section, and that's what I'm trying to make happen, man. So it's good to see, man, that we can have this many people in here talking good boxing. I don't think we've had to have too many people booted for talking silliness, and that's good. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys coming, man. So I'll stick around a little longer than I thought it was. Anybody got a Fanon question? Let's just say Fanon in all caps, dog. Because Gary Benson, you got a Fanon in small caps, dog. So it's harder for me to see that right away. I'm old, man. I try to tell y'all I ain't, you know, I'm no kitty. Fanon, Ticket TV said all efforts to limit Hearn financial gains and trying to make that fights should be used. I agree 100%. If everyone did that, it would make a difference. Absolutely, man. Now that I boycott. I'd boycott that. Because that's a sneak move. That's an international sneak move. That, no, man. I wouldn't support it at all. And honestly, man, nah, man, that's a sham. That's a sham. If Eddie Hearn tries to bring Anthony Joshua over here to fight anybody but Deontay Wilder, that's a sham. And I don't want to hear anything about building the fight up or whatever. I don't care about you building up the fight and making it big. I got 2 eyes. I got 2 eyes and 1 TV set in my living room. I don't give a shit about how many people watch it. I want to see it. And I don't want to hear anything about the numbers that come off of Anthony Joshua in the United States. And now he doesn't need them because, if he just fights 6, 7, if he just fights, well, he really just needs to fight Jermall Miller. Then Deontay Wilder needs to fight, what the fuck is his name? Dillian White. It's just ridiculous, man. Oh, the Cali Enigma. Hatman's last 2 videos were playing to the AJ fanboy crowd. The one that I saw today really was. I was actually shocked because I like that dude's channel. And I saw one where he broke down the fight. It was an excellent video. Hatman does very solid work, man. But the arguing about the scorecard. I mean, how can you be outraged about a scorecard in a fight that ended with a knockout? I mean, that just doesn't make sense, man. That doesn't make sense. Who cares? That's not worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's not worth talking about. But hey, man, people do what they're going to do, and I'm not going to castigate that dude at all. I like his work, man. I learned a lot listening to Hatman's videos. Definitely about the UK, for sure. He broke some stuff down about Frank, just being there, man. They know about Frank Warren and the relationship between Frank Warren, what happened with O'Hara Davies, what O'Hara Davies can earn on the domestic scene versus international scene. Just very well broken down information on UK boxing, and I appreciated his channel. But you can't, I don't know, man. Sometimes we all fall bait to it, man. We all fall into it sometimes, I know that my man Sal Gutierrez will say I got hot about Adrian Bronner and Mikey Garcia. And I might have let one or 2 fly. So I ain't above it. I'm not above it. I can appreciate what the man's going through. At the same time, man, you got to have a little wake up call on that type of argument because, that's just not fair, man. That's not fair. That's not fair to Deontay Wilder to claim robbery on a fight where he knocked the guy out. To make half of a robbery argument. Because when you start talking about the scorecards and bad scorecards, that leads into a conversation about whether the right guy won the fight or not. Right? Because that's the only reason you would bring up whether or not scorecards at all is who won the fight. Do you agree with the outcome of the judge's scorecards? And in this one, there was no outcome of the judge's scorecard because the guy got knocked out. So why would you care? Why would you go out of your way to even think about what the scorecard was? Unless you're looking for something. You have to be going out of your way to look for something. To even see the scorecards in a knockout fight. I'm telling you right now, I saw Kell Brook fight. I don't know, fought Rabchenko. I don't know who won the first round of that fight on the scorecards. And I think I'd look like a fucking idiot if I made a video if I found out that Rabchenko got the first round and I was like, oh, UK boxing is corrupt because Rabchenko got the first round in the Kell Brook fight. And, you can clearly see that there was corruption involved because, Rabchenko got the first round. And I thought that Kell Brook won the first round. Who cares? Kell Brook knocked out Rabchenko in the second round. I would be having to be doing some serious searching and reaching for that. But as we know, cats, and I'm not on Hatman Boxing anymore because there's a bunch of people doing this, and I really do respect that dude's work and enjoy listening to him. I listen to a lot of boxing channels. There's not a whole lot of cats that I just got the bell icon on. And I got a bell icon on him because I want to hear what he has to say about, not for American boxing, but for the UK boxing, because he can break it down with, because he's actually there. But on that, those guys are looking, man. I mean, they were reaching and stretching when you're talking about whether or not the Madison Square Garden was selling out. As if you know where, Barclays Center, as if you've ever been to the Barclays Center, man. You never even been to the Barclays Center, man. I bet you I could stick it in a map in front of you and you couldn't point to the shit. You're not from here. The Barclays Center is in the middle of New York City, man. I mean, it's in New York City. There's all kind of shit going on in New York City all the time, every day. Boxing is competing with a whole lot of stuff in New York City. New York City is one of these few cities you can walk around and just be walking down some fucking where. You be walking down in Brooklyn, just down a damn street, and all of a sudden you turn into a bar and there's a full fucking party going on. It's like that in New York City. So if people in New York are coming out to support you, from what I can see, hey man, it's got to be something. That's not some starstruck city, man. New York City is not the land of the starstruck. They'll see cats who are famous walking down the street and act like they don't even see them. There's not a lot of fanboy shit going on in New York City, from what I can see. So I'm like, you making arguments about this cat selling out New York. You got to be doing some shit to be selling out in New York, dog. Or you got to be from New York. You know what I mean? You got to be fucking the Yankees. The Yankees, some shit like that. Be some major shit. Anyway, that's how I say, man. Hey, man. New York got, hey, dude, I ain't got to be careful about that type shit, dude. I know a dude when I see a dude. And why would I care, man? Oh, man, dog, come on, man. Come on, JC, man. Don't bring that type of conversation in here, man. That type of thing right here, that right there, that's timeout. All right, that's timeout, man. Straight up, no HOMO convo. No HOMO convo here, dog. Straight up. I don't give a fuck where those people are. I ain't looking for them. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring that type of conversation in here, man. Ticket, they talked about how Kell Brook was beating Errol Spence before Spence destroyed Brook and made him quit. So now Lion Eddie says Brook is better than Spence. Yeah, that's absolutely bananas, Ticket. And on top of it, dog, they said that man, he don't know who Kell Brook, he don't know who Charlo is, man. Come on, man, you're tripping, dog. Tripping. Corey Lee said those trolls come out of nowhere about Joshua crazy. We thought they were cool. Yeah, man, nah, dude, that dude is just on some, hey, man, I'm telling you. If you don't know, many people know, you ain't been around this channel long enough, know this. I love women. I'm not having conversations with dudes that want to bring the conversation towards men that put on dresses. Soon as you start talking about that shit, you're getting the fuck away from me. It's nothing I'm interested in. It's nothing I want to talk about. It's nothing I'm giving my opinion on. You're just the fuck up out. Okay? Don't denigrate the fucking the quality of the conversation, dog, about that nonsense. I got my wife in the other room, dog. And the only cats that run around wondering, only dudes that I know that can spot that know how many, trannies there are in the city are motherfuckers looking for them. Okay? I don't see them. Boop. Sorry about that, man. Seriously, though, I don't do that shit. For now, you got me dying laughing. I'm for real, man. Come on, dog. The fuck is that, man? Face out. Timeout, face the wall. Dog. Hey, man. Get the fuck out, man. He said, damn, you got to be more careful. Hey, man, dog, come on, man. Who cares a fuck about that shit? I'm talking about boxing, man. Someone stole his bag, Fight World. Oh, see, yeah. I don't know if you knew that, man, but yeah, that conversation was about whether the stolen is Jermall Charlo was out there flat shining in New York with $40,000 and, a bag full of diamonds. And some chicks ganked him. Dog, come on, man. You got to know them chicks will get you. You kidding me? Them chicks will get you. You must be, dog. Come on, man. You can't do that, man. Phenom. Corley Boxing. Brooke beats Charlo. Call me crazy. Brooke, yeah, you crazy. I'll call you crazy. You're crazy. No way. Dude will get killed, dog. I mean, dog, he'll lose an eyeball, man. Straight up. Oh, Dana Jones, I love women. I love women, dude. That's why I'm going to Thailand in April. Hey, man, don't start me on the Thailand, dog. I ain't never been there, but I got a dude who's telling me, he's like, man, I'm like, where you going on for vacation? He's, man, I'm going to Thailand. You can stay there for like a month for what you can stay in New York for a week. So I'm about to chill. Hey, man, got to do you, man. Got to do you. Oh, F9, Charlo tweeted it was a fake news. It didn't happen. Yeah, okay. I don't know what that is. Oh, tweeted that he got robbed was fake news. Hey, okay. I hope so. Cool. That's great, man. If you said it didn't happen, that's what's up. Cool. All right, man. I take back everything that I said, dog. Corley Boxing, Phenom, you're too hard on Brooke. I got Brooke coming back strong. He gonna get knocked, dog. You know, you don't rebuild eye sockets, homie. Jacob was funny as fuck when he rolled up on him, though. Yeah, dog. Hey, what's up, Mr. What's up, Melvin Jackson? What's good, man? And we'd agree. What's good with you too, my man? Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, Danny Jacobs wasn't trying to have it, man. He's like, and I was wondering when it was gonna happen. Oh man, I was wondering when that was gonna happen, man. Straight up, because I was like, hold on, did you just call Danny Jacobs out in Brooklyn, where the dude's from? Okay, all right, man. I know y'all do it in Texas, dog. They do it in New York too. You know that cat's gonna run. Is gonna roll up, dog. You know he's gonna roll up. Oh, the Cali Enigma says F9. I'd rather go to Brazil than Thailand. I'm not trying to go to Brazil. Never. You will ever find me in Brazil because I want to come back. I got a wife I love and kids, so you know I don't want to go nowhere where I'm gonna regret getting on a plane coming back. No, sir. Drew said Charlo took 2 L's in Brooklyn, one from Danny Jacobs and one from the escorts. His whole aura and tough guy act, he froze and was stuttering. Nah, he didn't get checked, man. He was solid with it. He looked tired, but he was solid with it. He didn't back down. There wasn't no shaking him. You know, Danny Jacobs tried to shake him a little bit, but he didn't shake him. He stood right there. he stood right there, dog. Oh, Brazil said they robbing broad daylight. Hey, man, I know some dudes went there, man. They just like, Lord have mercy. But I'm not trying to go, dog, because I just, like I said, I love my wife. And, you know, I love my kids. I love my life right now. My life is good. I don't need to go anywhere that's going to turn my head sideways. I know my limitations, homie. Oh, it said Brazil is safe. Hey, man, you know, everywhere got bad spots, but it's not the bad spots of Brazil I'm worried about. It's the good spots. I don't care about the bad spots. I know how to check a bad spot. I ain't carrying nothing on me, and you ain't coming within 15 feet of me. So I got it. However, it's the good spots that make me think, nah, nope. You're a grown ass man, and you know you got a wife and kids, so don't go to Brazil. Period. And it's not the crime, dog. It's not the crime. Jerk Jacobs and his sister sitting there at a table breaking down Charlo's money. Breaking down money. His money right now, dog. That's hilarious, man. I hope it's fake news, though. I hope that's true. For now, when Danny mentions he getting millions, that changed the convo for Charlo. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. He's saying he's getting money. He's getting money. That's what's up. He went for the money. He's like, man, this dude's paying me money. It is what it is. That's all good. No problem with that, man. Fanon, you have me laughing. You have laughing so hard, dude. Danny Jacobs wasn't scared of none of them clowns. He about that. Charlo actually looked shook when he saw Jacobs look. I don't know. He didn't look shook to me. He looked stoic. He looked like, look, man, I didn't call you out, whatever. But man, come on. That dude ain't scared of Danny Jacobs. I ain't buying it, dog. He didn't look scared to me. He didn't look like he wanted to fight that minute, and Danny Jacobs looked a little amped, but I know that Danny Jacobs sized him up. Now, I did notice he sized up Charlo, you know, and he tapped him on his chest to get a little feel of him. I thought that was interesting, but man, Charlo didn't budge. Not from what I saw. And honestly, man, I was looking at it like Danny Jacobs looks a little bigger. Charlo looks a little taller, a little longer. But, man, respected both of those dudes, man. Respected both of those cats. Probably be Fanon. Charlo's almost let him walk by without even saying anything. That's cool. I mean, that don't mean that he got to jump in the dude's chest. Hey, look, I'm like that too. If you walk up on me, man, you walk up on me, I'm not loud talking. I'm looking at you like, I'm looking at your hands. I'm looking at how far you are away from me. I'm making sure I got space, because if you fly off, I'm going to try to take this key out of my pocket and put it in your eye. That's me. And Jermall Charlo looked like he was looking at him straight up. He wasn't moving his eyes. It was like a straight up stare down, a boxing stare down. And he didn't go to him. He didn't seek him out. He was talking. He saw a dude walk up. He looked to the side and saw him walking down the hallway. He looked at him walking by, kept his eye on him. You know, hey, man, but it's cool. I mean, you can say it's a good introduction to the subject matter. You know what I mean? About what would happen in the fight. I'll take that. I don't think either one of them looks scared. Danny Jacobs dang sure didn't look scared. I don't think Charlo looked scared either. Charlo looked tired walking down that hallway before that conversation started, though. Charlo was scared. That's why he snapped at the reporter. I don't know, man. I think that's wishful thinking. You know what I mean? Sometimes you see what you're looking for. And I was looking, and I just saw the dude look. He didn't see, just looked. Dude said, yeah, and came at him. Dude just looked at him. Like, hey, man, I didn't say you ducked me. I didn't say you were ducking me. But Charlo ain't scared of them dudes, man. I mean, they're not, dude, what's he going to be? What is Charlo going to be scared of, man? He makes a living fighting people. And he's damn good at it, you know? So I don't see, I mean, what about Daniel Jacobs talking is going to scare Charlo? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's already fighting people, man. He fights for a living. You know, he's not like somebody that's faking it, just loud talking like he ain't willing to hit you in the face. He's more than willing to do it, dog. Man, he was scared that the fight will really happen. Private information. All right, y'all just talking. Enjoy yourselves with that, man. Jacobs pumped him, then he touched his chest. All right, y'all go with that, man. I ain't gonna debate y'all anymore. He touched his chest for sure, but you know, I don't know yeah. It is what it is though, man. So yeah, man, this will be about 1:37 in here, man. Let me know if we got some more questions. I'm kind of done with the Charlo talk, dog. Charlo Jacobs, because that is what it is, man. Hopefully we get to see it. You know, y'all think he looked shook. To me, he didn't look shook. He looked like, hey, man, what you want to do. Look kind of calm. Chancellor Park says, we react alike when confronted. I'm just like you. I walk softly, but I carry a big stick, so to speak. But I don't talk loud, but I watch my surroundings and the hands, etc. Everything. Exactly. It's real talk, man. At that point in time when you like a dude is really on you, then you just gotta, you're not just gonna stick your head out there, man. I guarantee you this. Y'all think he looked shook? What do you think if Danny Jacobs would have thrown a hand at him? What you think was gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? What do you think was gonna happen, dog? Yeah, don't instigate. Ain't gonna instigate it. Let the dude come to you and walk into something. But it is what it is, man. I respect both of those cats, man. Dana Jones was good. What about that Darrell Anthony fight? He said, dude, piss looked funny. Oh, yeah, man. He said he was bleeding something in his stuff. We'll see how he tests, though, because that was interesting, man. If he tests funny, I'm interested to see that, man. I'm interested to see that. But, yeah, that wasn't cool. His eyes looked like they were bloodshot, too, man. But, hey, the dude can fight. And, you know, best of luck to Andre Darrell in his next career because, you know, it's a wrap. That's a wrap, homie. Don't get back in there, man. That was a lot of beating. There's nothing he could do with that dude, man. Oh, you know, Seth Sesla said Charlo looked chill. Yeah, that's how it looked to me. Just looked chill. You know, like he wasn't letting it stress him too much. You know, he's trying to do, you know, he's ready for whatever came. I don't believe these fighters are scared of one another, man. I don't. Because they fight for a living. I mean, there might be some apprehension because, you know, it's a fight. You know, I can't believe dudes don't have any butterflies in their stomach. You know, it's a fight. But at the end of the day, that's what they do. They fight. John Wick, Charlo was scared. He just looked scared. Charlo was it scared? He just looked scared. Bad mouth of a guy called him out in his own house, looking for the right, looking for the left, like peddler in the street. That's funny. Hey, Fanane scared of Spence. Yeah, man, I hope that thing doesn't happen with Omar Figueroa. We'll see if that happens, man. I'm gonna be real interested actually, I wasn't even gonna do anything after I got off this live stream, man. But I'm actually gonna look at that, man, and see if Spence said is it only thing is with it is Spence said I got him, and that means is there something that actually came out that said Charlo was looking that Errol Spence is looking to fight what's his name? Omar Figueroa? Because honestly, man, I'm just really thrown off by that, man. Because why would he pull out of a fight I don't get that, man. Ego usually right, though. Yeah, I mean, most people are usually right. I mean, usually this one, that seems, I don't know. I hadn't heard him. So, I mean, I haven't heard what he has to say. I'll go listen to the video on what he said. So, it is what it is. I'm just saying, I don't know if I don't even know what he said. I'm just trying to get, to what was said. I don't know what Boxing Ego actually said. I didn't listen to it. So this is like, definitely third hand type of stuff. I bet Al called them Charlos today about messing up his money at the Barclays. Rumor mill usually right. Check it out, bro. Yeah, I mean, usually. Okay, I'll check it out. But usually, dude, I get those rumors. I get that shit too. I just hadn't seen it. But we'll get it. That just sounds so odd. Oh, yeah, the Cali Enigma, Fanon International Boxing. Josh Taylor called out Mikey Garcia. Yeah, I saw that. Hey, man, Mikey Garcia don't want him, dog. I'm going to tell you, dog. Oh, Errol Spence Jr. replied to Ego's Instagram post. What was it? Oh, saying, I got him. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I don't know what that means, but if he says he got him, does that mean he has him instead of Ocampo, or he has him? Oh, okay, cool. All right. Hey, man, if that's a direct source, cool. All right, it is what it is. T-Bone says, was Jacob versus Kid Chocolate a Brooklyn eliminator? I don't remember. I don't know, man. It was a knockout. I remember that, dog. I remember that, dog. That's hilarious. So that's cool. I don't know. That's interesting to see, man. I'm wondering whether or not that's going to be, if he does fight. I mean, I can see the Omar Figueroa fight happening because that's a Texas fight. But the question is whether or not it's going to be instead of Carlos Ocampo, and whether or not he's going to be able to get out of facing his mandatory for that. What you think of KSI? I don't know. What's KSI? Oh, people, hey, thanks for responding too, bro. IR, it's cool as fuck, bro. That's cool. You are. I hope you say you are, man. Thanks for responding to. It's all good, man. It's all cool. Hey, thanks for hitting me with what an Ego said, man. I want to know what's happening. Oh, KSI. You making me figure out who KSI is. Is that? I don't know who KSI is. And Jacobs, is that a middleweight? You got to spell out KSI for me, because I'm like I said, man, I'm old. I don't do well with the acronyms. Just let me know who that is, what the name of that person is. Spence versus Figueroa in Dallas, Texas. Let's go. Cool. KSI is a YouTuber. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, it's a joke. Seriously, is it a joke? Oh, man, I don't know who that is, man. I've never heard of him. I don't know who that is, man. Yeah, if it ain't a real boxer, yeah, I don't know who that is. I mean, seriously, man, I'm a boxing fan, dog. I don't know who the fuck that is. Cornelius Littlejohn, Fanon, the Don. Who do you think Wilder will fight next? I don't know, man. Maybe Dominic Brazil. You know, Dominic Brazil is one. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. Hey, look, Chuck. Hey, look, man. Let's cut this. Can we cut the KSI talk, man? Because that's not real boxing, man. Like I'm telling you, man. If that's not real boxing, man, and if it's not like, I mean, that's some kiddie shit. Just whatever, man. I don't know. I don't know about dudes fighting on YouTube, man. That's a little bit out of my bailiwick. Dana Jones, I'm the world's best couch potato champion of the world. Exactly. Yeah, man. I don't know who dude is. Don't. Fanon, Miller says Wilder doesn't deserve a shot at AJ. What do you think? That he's flapping his lips, man. I mean, how can you defend if he said that? First of all, I don't know if he said it, but I'm taking your word, Israel, that he said it, but it's foolishness. He's a WBC. If he said that, anybody that would say that's just foolishness. That's absolutely positively. Oh, dude has 18 million subs, and I definitely didn't hear about him. I mean, he could have 100 million, dog. Seriously, what's that cat's name got kicked off YouTube? Had damn near half the channels on YouTube demonetized. Joseph Duba, whatever the hell his name is. I never heard of him, dude. Really. I'm telling you, man, I do work, I talk boxing. That's it. I know YouTubers that do Game of Thrones videos, and I know boxing commentary YouTube channels. If it's not that, I don't know who they are, dog. Straight up. I know my daughter listened to Superwoman. It's an Indian girl. You know, my daughter used to listen to her in the house. I would listen to her, but I don't know who those people are. I mean, usually if 18 million people like it, I don't want to hear it. I know that might sound ridiculous, but if there's 18 million, if you can get anything that gets that many hits in a minute, I don't want to hear, man. For now, KSI is the biggest amateur fight ever. Man, I don't know. Hey, yeah, good luck. Cool to him, man. Just, you know, man, I don't have time for that, man. I don't mean to disrespect what's going on, man, but I mean, you know, I like boxing. I want to see what's going to happen with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. I want to see what's going on with Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. I want to know about that type of stuff. That's just, if I'm being a party pooper on the conversation, I'm being a party pooper on the conversation. I just, you know, hey man, and you know, it is what it is, man. The Cali Enigma, Wilder is loved by Hearn fanboys. I mean, whatever, man. It's because they think he can beat Jermall Miller. When I care about Jermall Miller, dog. Yeah, man. Seriously though, Cat's got to keep it on boxing, man. Because we start talking about gossipy shit, it's not fun for me, man. It's not fun. I don't know who these dudes. I don't know if it's not boxing. You know, a boxing fight. Let's talk about boxing. Not some YouTube cat that's fighting somebody's grandmama on TV. I mean, this is a mature channel, man. It's not for that, man. There you go, Clifton. Does Parker need a knockout to beat Anthony Joshua? I think he probably. I don't know. I'm hoping that that's not the case, man. I hope that it's not the case. I hope that it's a fair card, and that if he wins the fight, he'll get it. But you know, there's a lot of money behind it, man. So you never know really what's going to happen. You know, you never know what's going to happen when you have, you know, people have vested interest in somebody winning a fight because they get paid for it. You know what I mean? So I would suspect that the best way to go about it is for Joseph Parker to believe and act as if that's true, and not leave it in the hands of the judges. Because man, if you're fighting on the road, you never know what's going to happen, man. You know what I mean? Justin Valdespino, if Parker gets hit with 4 punches in a row, the ref will stop it and they'll all be all jabs. Hey, man, pretty much. Hey, dog, that stoppage was crazy, man. That chopping was just crazy. Thank you for getting back to boxing talk, man. Seriously, I was about to cut the stream. I was going to cut the stream in a second. I was really going to cut the stream, man. And I can't say that I've ever engaged in a conversation on a live stream that made me feel like I wanted to leave my own live stream. I don't care about teenage fights. I don't have time for that shit, man. Hey, Cass, man, what do you think of some people saying Wilder was out in the 7th round and the referee should have stopped it? I think that they're absolutely out. I think that their opinion does not matter. Hey, JC, nah, dog, chill. Seriously, man. Dog, I don't know, man, if this is your stream, dude. I'm just going to tell you flat out, man. I don't know if this is your stream. I don't know if this is the line of conversation, dog, because you brought conversations about, trannies into this motherfucker. Now I'm talking about YouTube fucking channels that I don't give a fuck about. I'm not the most patient person in the world. I don't talk about fucking UFC, dude. Goodbye, man. The fuck out of here, man. I'm trying to be polite, dog. I'm talking about boxing, man. You're taking this fucking conversation everywhere. You talked about trannies in the beginning of the fucking conversation. Now you're talking about some little kids fighting on YouTube and the UFC. This is a boxing channel about boxing. I already kicked him out. This is boxing about boxing. I don't care about trivial dumb shit. No, it's over, dog, because I let you slide on that tranny talk. Nah, not my bad, homie. Get the fuck out. You at a certain point, dog, there's no coming back, dog. At a certain point in time, there's no coming back, dog. I'm telling you, there's no coming back. Go find somebody else to talk kitty shit with. You can say G's if you want, man. I'm very certain on this. This is a boxing channel for mature fight fans, dog. It's for mature fight fans. I let you go once, cool. You bring something else twice, I told you twice. Third time, dog, you're out, dude. Don't come talking to my channel about no homosexual stuff. Don't come to my channel talking about calling people out their names. Don't bring up the fucking UFC, dog. I don't care. This is not the UFC. And you're preventing me from talking to boxing fans about real boxing subjects. You're attention seeking. I'm not interested in it. And I said it 3 times. Oh, I only gave him the chance because I hit delete comment instead of hide user comments, dog. For real, man. It's like I'm not 22 years old, man. And I don't have that much patience. UFC includes boxing, man. No, it doesn't. UFC includes UFC. This is not a UFC channel, man. This is a conversation about boxing. And I don't need 50 million subscribers. I'm going to tell you. I don't need them. I got 7,000 subscribers. For the most part, cats talk about boxing. They're grown-ass men and women that want to talk about fights that are coming up. That's what we do. That's the purpose of it. It's a niche type of situation. There's all kind of other places to do that, dog. Sorry, man, for going off on that, man. Private information. I just want to discuss boxing, not UFC or other YouTubers. Pretty much, man. And that's what's going to have people leave the live stream. When you got to spend a lot of time, they can't get to their questions because they're talking about, what CSI would do against Danny Jacobs. Corey Lee Boxing says, for now, we need to start having a requirement to get the MMA guys ruined. Oh, man. What's what? I mean, peace to the UFC, man, but it's just not boxing. All right, man. Oh, Wendell Wilder says, were you impressed with Wilder's patience? I was really happy to see, man. He didn't take the bait. That's why those first 3-4 rounds were so slow, man. So slow because these cats were like, he was trying to figure out how he could work it out, and what he needed to do. Same thing for Ortiz. Both those guys showed great patience. My man, Black Fight Fan TV talked about how, he thought that Luis Ortiz was going to jump in there and get hit with something and get impatient. That was one of his thoughts ahead of time about the fight, and I paid specific attention to that. And for that fight, at least, Ortiz was able not to do that. But at a certain point in time, Cornelius, sorry, dog. Sorry, dog. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of patience, man. Not with that stuff, man. Like, it's, come on, man. It's 10 o'clock on Sunday night, man. I'm trying to talk boxing. And that's me being selfish. I know, but whatever, man. I'm being selfish. I don't want to lose subscribers. I don't want to lose people in the boxing chat because they think this is some UFC tranny conversation. You're not welcome if you're not talking boxing. And it's not, and it's seriously, it's not, this ain't paying my bills, homie. Quince Penola, Wilder versus Tyson Prime, who wins? Oh, I'll give Tyson. I'm not going to disrespect Tyson on that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really did appreciate the patience. I kind of got off that subject. Fanon, Ashley Corner said if the ref who worked Wilder's fight also worked Joshua's fight, Klitschko. Oh, Ashley Corner said the ref who worked Wilder's fight also worked Joshua's fight with Klitschko. That ref is a pro. Yeah, I've seen him before, man. He's really, really good, dude. He's really, really good, good. And so that's why I like Ashley's Corner. And if you guys haven't subscribed, check out Ashley's Corner. She coming with some facts just out the blue, dog, connecting the dots on stuff. Then I'm like, dang, nah, I didn't even realize that, man. Ashley's Corner is what's up. Shout out to Ashley's Corner. Fanon, don't murder like you murdered Fred B the other night. Nah, man. You know who Fred B was too, right? You know I'm convinced who that was. That was that cat from Taiwan. I'm almost completely convinced about it. That's the cat from Taiwan. That's why I flip like that. Because I've seen some comments about it before, and I'm like, that's a dude from Taiwan. I can recognize writing patterns. And that was the same dude with a different moniker. Trying to get in a conversation, though he had already been blocked. And I joked with him and was like cool with it for a minute. Because I was like, all right, dude's acting like he's got some sense. But then he came with that crazy ass question. I'm like, you know what, dude? I know who. That's why I said in that thing, I know who you are. Don't think I don't know who you are. I can read you. You can change your name. You can't change your personality. You can't change your speech patterns. You can't change the way that you try to lay these, what do you call it? Passive aggressive, racist fucking tendencies, and me not know it's you. I don't know what your name really is. I know what you say. And you make the same argument over and over again. I know who it's coming from. So when I flipped, I was flipping on the guy from Taiwan because that's who it was. I'm not foolish enough to think that troll doesn't come into the comment section under a different name. But he's smart enough most times not to just, straight show himself. But that point in time, I was like, I'm not trying to hear it, dog. I'm not trying to hear it. You got to go. And you're going to get cussed out on the way out the door. Fanon. Oh, thank you, Daniel Valdez. Fanon, you're down to earth. I appreciate it. Will the Charles ever fight each other? Fanon, remember my name. Daniel Valdez. Absolutely. I remember your name. You're talking about will the Charlos ever fight each other? Daniel Valdez, why would you say remember your name? I remember you, man. Dude, you represent on the channel, Daniel Valdez. I know who you are, my man. Just like I know who Gary Benson is. Flame on 24, man. I don't forget people that support the cause. I really don't forget anybody that's regularly, a contributor to the channel, that come to the live stream, talk boxing, adult boxing. I shouldn't be in this motherfucker acting like I got to be a kindergarten teacher. Man, my wife won't even let me go to. This is funny, dog. My wife won't even let me go to my son's birthday party because she knows how I have no patience for children. I have no patience for children. But do I think the Charlos will ever fight each other? No, I do not think that they will. And they never should. The Klitschkos didn't do it. The Ali brothers probably fought each other in sparring or whatever. I'm sure they fought each other in sparring, but no, man, they should never have to fight one another, man. And hey man, shout out to you too, man. And Daniel Valdez, I remember your name, friend, for sure. Adam, is who on steroids? Yeah, I'm on steroids. Who's on steroids? What's that about? T-Bone, what's good, my man? What's next? Joshua versus Miller, or will Wilder take on Joshua, new boogeyman? I hope it's Joshua, man, but I have a suspicion they're going to try to hold off on that. NBA 23 Cost was up. What's good, my man? Prime Ward versus Jones. I go Prime Ward. All boxing, man. Okay, that's not for me. I don't know what that who's on steroids thing is talking about, dog, but you know, whatever, man. Sup Fanon, another great live stream. Thanks, man. Show Ebelfin, what's going on, my man? I don't think I seen you in the last. I don't think I saw you in the last one, man. But it's always good to see your name, see your avatar in the house, man. Thank you for showing up. El Fenici, I like AJ. He can outbox Wilder for 10 rounds, but still. I like AJ, but he can outbox Wilder for 10 rounds, but still KO AJ. He can still get knocked out by AJ. Yeah, I can go with that, man. I think that's a very fair deal. Flame on. Again, man, thank you, sir, man. What's good with my man Flame on in the super chat? Much appreciated, my man. Thank you, sir. You lit it up twice, dog. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you, man. It's gonna go to a cause, man. Much appreciate, homie. Rory Tabori, Fanon, people in the UK are still saying Wilder ducked White. What's in the water over there? Hey, man, I don't know, man, but I'll tell you, the cats that are saying that, I can tell you what's in their mouth. I can't tell you what's in the water, but I have a serious suspicion about what they putting in their mouth, because that is ridiculous, dog. Ortiz, wish he was on steroids. Probably last night. Probably could have got Wilder out there in 7 rounds. Yeah, maybe, dog. Ron Gibson, what's good, my man? What's good, man? Thank you, Flame On, man. I'm telling you, man, it's much appreciated, homie. Dana, okay, that wasn't to me, and you're welcome. Daniel Valdez, man, what's good, man? You throwing it in there again, dog. Thank you, sir. Daniel Valdez says, Fanon, Prime Mayorga versus Brawner. Fun fight. Hey, the funnest. One of the funnest fights I can think of. And honestly, man, you got a different type of mentality to say Prime Mayorga versus Adrian Brawner, man. That would be super fun, but I would take Mayorga on that one, man. I would take Mayorga. Because Mayorga's number one is a lot bigger and crazy and can hit. I mean, Mayorga can crack, man. That dude ain't right. He ain't right, though. He ain't right in the head. But I like Ricardo Mayorga, man. He's hilarious, man. Like when he slapped. Do you remember when that fool slapped Shane Mosley's girl on the backside, dog? Dog, that was hilarious, dog. Oh yeah, Daniel Valdez, he beat Forrest twice. Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace to the Viper. Rest in peace to the Viper, man. But yeah, dude, yeah, Mayorga, I take Mayorga on that. I think he's too big, hits too hard, and he's just a little too much for too awkward. You know, all of that, man. That would be like what's his name? That fight Maidana, but worse. Actually could be a lot worse. Cause he's just gonna come get him, dog. Fanon, would you like to see Wilder versus Ortiz 2 after unification bout? Not really interested in it, man. Not really interested in it. It's a better fight than a lot of them, but I think the question, right now, I'm not interested in it. After unification, cool. I want to see him in against Dillian White. That's what I want to see, dog. Cornelius Littlejohn says, Fanon to Don, you think AJ would fight Ortiz? No, I don't. He dodged Ortiz. He had his shot to take him. He could have got Ortiz when Ortiz was WBA mandatory. He could have fought him, but it made him perfectly clear that they weren't going to fight him. And I don't want Povetkin ever to fight again, dude. I don't ever want to see Alexander Povetkin in the ring again. He needs to just go away. He done got popped too many times, dude. Too many times. He needs to go away, dog. All boxing. Pulev wants no smoke. He don't deserve no smoke either, man. I mean, honestly, man, I was willing to overlook Ortiz on this because he got tested up the wazoo, man, for this one. So I suspect dude was clean. But the fact of the matter is Deontay Wilder could have not fought him just on the fact that dude had those issues. Oh, I won't do that, man. Oh, the Cali nigga said you should root for Duhaupas over Miller. I mean, I don't want to see. Here's the thing, man. Like I said that about Miller because I know Miller's running his mouth trying to get the fight, man, doing what he's got to do to sell it and get that paycheck. You know, I can respect that. You know, I just don't think much of Jarrell Miller as a fighter. I have a big problem with fat heavyweights. Like, he weighs 300 pounds. There's no reason in the world dude should be weighing 300 pounds. I mean, I just don't think I doubt how serious he is about the sport because he doesn't have to be that big. But he doesn't have a lot of punching power. But as far as, and I want to see the top guys at at heavyweight fight each other. And I don't think Jarrell Miller's one of those. So, but as far as fighting the guys, the second tier guys, hey man, I'm going to root for Jarrell Miller. I'll root for him against Duhaupas. You know, let him make his money, do his thing, man. And if he beats these cats and he winds up getting a shot after after unification happens, after the top dudes sort all that stuff out, then hey man, Miller versus Deontay Wilder in Madison Square Garden, or in wherever Barclays Center, Madison Square Garden would be what's up. I would be cool with that. You know what I mean? I have no problem with that, but not now. I'm not interested in. I mean, Deontay Wilder's taking all the risk he needs to take, man. He just defended. He got his mandatory out of the way against Bermane Stiverne. Then he beat the boogeyman, a dude he didn't have to fight, in Luis Ortiz. That's enough said. Now, take care of your business, Anthony Joshua, over there with Joseph Parker. If you can do that, those two need to fight. And there's no excuses for either one of them, man. If the shoe was on the other foot, and this is where the hypocrisy comes in for me. If the shoe was on the other foot and people were fans of Anthony Joshua, but it was Deontay Wilder who was the man, who was selling out the stadiums and doing all that stuff, and Deontay Wilder was acting like he didn't want to fight Anthony Joshua, they would be screaming bloody murder, man. They would be rightfully screaming bloody murder. Oh, it eliminates another Hearn roadblock, man. No, I mean, he'll find another roadblock to put in front of him, dog. Trust me. Cali Enigma, they'll find another one, dog. They'll find another one. He'll sign somebody. He got Dillian White right there. And then he'll find, by then it might be Joe Joyce. Shit. Give him Joe Joyce 5 fights and he's ducking Joe Joyce. You know what I mean? Or I know Dubois not with him. Dubois with Frank Warren, but the month after next he'll be ducking. They got all kind of half-ass heavyweights that they can put names in a names in an article and claim he's ducking them. Jarrell Miller. I mean, I don't care to see it, man. Number one, because I know what's going to happen. Jarrell Miller's going to get knocked out. And Jarrell Miller's going to get knocked out something ugly. So it's like, okay, he knocked out Jarrell Miller. And does that help? Does it help? And he's just going to knock out Jarrell Miller, man. That's not even a good fight, man. Because Jarrell Miller can't punch his way out of a brown paper bag, man. Fanon Wilder hey, thank you for the super chat. Dang, I saw it in green, Daniel. Thank you for the super chat, Daniel Valdez up in the house representing today, man. Thank you so much, sir. Wilder versus Ortiz 2 instead of Thurman Danny. Wilder Ruiz 2 instead of Keith Thurman or Danny Garcia or Porter 2. Okay, let me make sure. I'm gonna try to figure that out. Okay, you want to see Deontay Wilder versus, who did he fight? Is that not Molina? Did he fight Andy Ruiz? Dude, I'm telling you, I'm getting old, man. I can't. He's got 40 fights, so I guess it's kind of hard to remember the name of 40 people. Instead of Keith Thurman or Dan, I would take Wilder rematch against anybody before Keith Thurman, because honestly, Keith Thurman can decide to get Errol Spence now. That's on him. It's not on Wilder. So if Wilder's got to take a rematch, I'm cool with Wilder taking a rematch if that's what Wilder wants to do to stay busy, keep it going. I would be cool with that. Whatever, at this point, is whatever Wilder wants to do, man. He's taking on the boogeyman. The only fight that I really don't want to see is Dillian White. I do not want to see Dillian White because number one, that's a lose-lose for Deontay Wilder. With the money side being aside, the money thing to the side, it's a lose-lose because if Dillian White lands a punch, they're going to act like Deontay Wilder got robbed. And if they try to have him fight in the UK, more than likely Deontay Wilder's going to need I don't know. I mean, I'll give the UK a little more credit and think they're not just going to rob somebody out there. But that's Eddie Hearn, man, so I don't know what he's capable of. I just don't want to see that one. That's my take on it, man. But it is, again, Daniel Valdez, man. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the chat, man. Let me see. Cornelius Long, Lil John, Fanan Don. I love that name. I'm never going to get tired of seeing Fanan Don. Okay, if Keith Thurman beats Errol, will it be a real demand to see Danny Garcia and Sean Porter rematch? I don't think if Keith Thurman beat Errol Spence, I mean, it will just, I think every fight that Keith Thurman will want to see, probably the bigger one would be Terrence Crawford. Because really, if Terrence Crawford gets the WBO belt, then and Keith Thurman's able to beat Keith Thurman's able to beat Errol Spence, then the only thing really left for Keith Thurman would be Terrence Crawford. And then he's the king of the welterweights, man. And if he wants to stay there, dude, just stay there and be king of the welterweights. That's how I would see it. But I don't. But if he wants to do a rematch depending on how the fight went with Spence, then a rematch with Spence or Danny Garcia or Porter. I think that if there wasn't a situation where Errol Spence was there, right, and calling him out and doing all that, then it would be reasonable for Keith Thurman to have a rematch with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia did enough in that fight to deserve a rematch, where a rematch is reasonable. And I think that Sean Porter did enough in the fight with Keith Thurman where a rematch is reasonable. I like rematches, man. I like to see cats get in the ring with more than one time and, rubber matches and all that good stuff. But, I think that should definitely come after you fighting the other champion that you haven't fought before, getting that done, and you get that done, then, hey, man, go on back and get with the other cats and let's run it back. You know what I mean? Let's run it back. You on a basketball court, you win a game. Now, what do people say? Well, let's run it back. You might win one, you might lose another. You play video games with cats. I haven't been, had anybody play video games with a lot of years, but we used to play video games and, you lose one, you win one. You might go on a 10-win streak, then go on a 5-game losing streak. It just works like that, man. So I'd love to see those rematches, but I want to see the cat who's next on the sticks. The cat that had said, I got next to get next. And the cat that lost, sit your ass on the side of the court until it's your time, until you got next. And right now, Errol Spence got next. That's what I think. Whew, this is a lot of fun, man. Thank you, guys. I'm telling you, man, earlier, for the people who are still on the live stream from earlier, thank you for, listening to me when I got a little hot about those other subject matters coming up. Because now the conversation is an enjoyable one. It's something I enjoy. As I hope it's something that you enjoy. It's a mature conversation, and I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry I cut that dude a break and let that shit slide and had him taking conversations all over the damn place. But we back at it. Keith Wesley said Keith carried Sean and Danny. I don't think he carried them. He did what he needed to do to win. He did what he needed to win. I don't think he carried him. I think that's a little harsh. But he won the fights. But I think in the second half of it, dog, he had some stuff going on, man. In the second half of that fight. Them boys weren't easy, man. That was not easy money for Keith Thurman. But I do believe he won the fights for sure. And maybe he could have done more if he needed to do more. And he boxed to a decision, which is smart boxing. And, I applaud him for that, man. Do what you got to do to win the fight. You know what I mean? Oh, Cali nigga, but Wilder would put White in a morgue. Oh my God, man. That's just he's getting knocked out, dog. well, we'll see. You know, that 330 pounds, whatever he weighs, if that can keep him standing up. You know what I mean? Hey, okay. Maybe I hope Timber. That dude going down, dog. That ain't gonna last, man. Wilder is known by boxing purists. Known by boxing purists, not the casual boxing fan. That's agreed. I don't know what that conversation. Somebody must be talking about Deontay Wilder's not known by anybody in the middle of a live stream where everybody knows him. But it is what it is, man. Sanctus Core, if I were here, I demand Joshua versus Wilder in mid-May. Expedite that shit. Wilder was just in a hard fight and should take advantage. Yeah, pretty much, man. He just need to get with it, dude. Daniel Valdez with who is that? Oh, that's the same. That's the one from earlier. Yeah, dude. It just popped up. Cool. Oh, it was Anthony Wade. Thank you, sir. Anthony Wade says, shout out to you, man. Keep up the great discussion. Thanks, man. Thanks for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the cause. And yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Got to keep it clean up in this joint, man. Got to keep it clean. Daniel Valdez, Fanon, Luis Collazo, and thank you again, Anthony Wade. Thank you so much, man. Daniel Valdez says, Fanon, Luis Collazo had Keith Thurman hurt to the body, so imagine what Spence will do. Well, you know, Collazo did. It looked like he got hurt to the body for sure. I remember that shot that looked like it hurt Keith Thurman. But you know, man, Keith Thurman might have gotten better, man. I want to see it in the ring, man. But I don't think he can beat Errol Spence. I'm just gonna be straight. I don't see that happening. But it is what it is, man. I don't see him beating. I don't see Keith Thurman beating Errol Spence. And right about now, I don't even know if Keith Thurman sees Keith Thurman beating Errol Spence. Weed Degree says UK fans or US fans, Fanon? UK fans. UK fans, man. There's a lot, yeah, UK fans. I mean, they represent, man. I just think that right now they got a little bit of, some of those cats got a little bit of a fascination with one of their boxers, and they're getting a little out of school because, UK fans or US fight fans, UK boxing fans are all around, man. I think it's a higher level and a better environment for boxing all around. And the great part of that is the UK fight fans. So UK fight fans. But, let's flip that fans to boxers and say UK boxers or US boxers. US boxers. US boxers. We run this joint. Don't get it twisted. The US boxers are running the spot. You got a heavyweight champion. We got a heavyweight champion too. We run the entire 147 pounds division. The whole thing. So, and I think, 13, not counting Terrence Crawford. Last time I count, we got, almost 3 times as many world champions. I think the UK has 5 right now. I think they have 5 world champions. We have 12. So, come on, man. Y'all ain't taking over boxing, dog. And on top of it, but you got some cats coming up now. But the fight fans, strictly fight fans, not boxer. Yeah, fight fans all day, man. Because it seems, man, from the outside, man, I'm sure they got their own beefs going on in the UK that I'm not privy to. You know what I mean? That I'm not privy to. But just the fight environment, the fact that you can get 90,000 people in a stadium to watch a boxing match, that tells you a lot about the willingness of UK fans to go to a boxing match. But United States sports is, it's a secondary. It's not even a second. It's a secondary sport in the United States. So you just have you don't have as large a population as is avidly into it, and a whole lot of them spend a lot of time just hating on the guy that's popular. So, hating on getting hated on in the United States is the way to get paid, which is why cats act like they act sometimes. All boxing, Fanon. Israel is making all kinds of excuses as to why Wilder and AJ shouldn't fight. Is Israel on this? I've seen the name. Is this cat on the stream right now? Or is this somebody, I'm not sure who that is. I'm getting old, man. I'm telling you, I don't I have a hard time remembering some of these guys' names. Fanon Garcia Lipinitz, I know I spelled it wrong. It's all right, good, man. I can read, man. I can read the Lipinets. I know you're talking about Sergey Lipinets. Sergey Lipinets. Isn't that what my man D-Style Boxing would say? Sergey Lipinets. Yeah, I take Garcia, Mikey Garcia. So he's more experienced than Sergey Lipinets is. Sergey Lipinets got like 11 fights. I mean, he seems like he's a talented dude who keeps his hands too low. And, you know, he got his hands on a vacated belt. Mikey Garcia is a experienced elite world-class fighter who has just come, and this is his second fight at 140 pounds. So, I mean, I take him, man. I take Mikey Garcia on that one, man. Gary Benson, man, as usual, dude, you represent, man. Representing. Thank you, sir. For 9. Based on the Ortiz I saw last night, he will still get ducked. Still very dangerous fighter. No one wants that headache. Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100% that he's going to get ducked. And like I said yesterday, Gary, you know what the sad thing about that is, man? Is if you hear the thing about Luis Ortiz, the thing that I liked for Luis Ortiz is he got that $500,000 payday. And when Deontay Wilder said that he decided to bless Luis Ortiz with a paycheck because he was getting ducked, and basically, you know, leading, you know, connected the dots in my mind, I was like, yeah, because Deontay Wilder knows what that's like to be ducked. Oh, Dana Jones, man, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat, man. After I finish my man, I'm not sure if I see a question you asked, but thank you, sir, man. You know, he gave that man that $500,000 and took that chance to let him get fed. But here's the thing, and this is why Eddie Hearn did bitch move on Luis Ortiz. Because, number one, Luis Ortiz signed with, he used to be represented by Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn threw him in the trash, pretty much. Because he said he didn't like his performance. Even though if you look at the performances, he fought back-to-back. Like, I think he fought within 2 months of each other, if I remember correctly. But he basically fought for Eddie Hearn like he was just a new fighter. Matter of fact, let me check that real quick, because I don't want to be wrong about that, man. But I'm pretty sure that Luis Ortiz fought for Eddie Hearn in back-to-back fights, like real quick together. Yes, if these dates are right, he fought Malik Scott. He fought 3 times in a year for Eddie, and 2 times right back-to-back in the UK. Or maybe that was, in Monte Carlo. Malik Scott in November, and 4 weeks later he fought David Allen. Yeah, actually, that's what it is. He fought Malik Scott on November 12th, and less than a month later he fought David Allen. And that was the fight, and he knocked out David Allen in a fight that he wasn't supposed to look that good. And that's what Eddie Hearn said, that the dude was trash. For Eddie Hearn, he fought back-to-back fights, two heavyweight fights in a month, in less than 4 weeks. If what BoxRec is saying, and I'm reading the dates right, that's 2 fights in less than a month. But Eddie Hearn threw him out because he didn't look good in the second fight that he gave him, 2 in a month. He didn't get a train. He came right off a fight, couldn't possibly have had a training camp, went right back to fight. If these dates are right. And I see it's 11-12-2016 Malik Scott and 12-10-2016 David Allen. Those are back-to-back fights. And he becomes a WBC mandatory for Anthony Joshua. And you know what kind of payday that would be if he could have got the Anthony Joshua fight? Even with if he would have done a 90-10 split with Anthony Joshua, he would have made $1 million. He'd have made $1 million and a half dollars. If Anthony Joshua would gave Luis Ortiz the same shot that insisted Luis Ortiz got the same shot that Deontay Wilder gave him. That's just a shady treatment, man. That was shady treatment, dude. So, yeah, Ortiz, I respected that in him, man. And yeah, I do think that he's going to be ducked, you know. But hey, man, if Ortiz just keeps with the grind, keeps doing it, you know, he doesn't take a lot of punishment. That's a good thing for him. Now he took some punishment last night, but you know, hopefully he can get some good fights at heavyweight, man. I would love to see him and Dillian White. I'd love to see him beat the brakes off of Dillian White. Because there ain't no way Dillian White's getting out of that. I don't think Dillian White's going to get out that fight awake, man. Elo Abifin, the most ducked. Yeah, man, it was crazy, man. And it's a shame how they treated him, man. I mean, listen, they treat him like he didn't look good when he fought 2 times in a month. What heavyweight fighter do you know fights back-to-back fights within 4 weeks of each other? Why do you think he would do that if he wasn't promised by Eddie Hearn that he was going to get a shot, out at something? I mean, he was going to get a shot at something bigger. Probably had dude over there fighting for peanuts, man. But hey, man, you know, he don't deserve a shot. And what he said was, you know, hey, man, maybe we'll just vacate the belt if we're forced to fight Luis Ortiz. Man, if Luis Ortiz fought Anthony Joshua, I guarantee you, man, people will be saying, them cats in the UK will be having the same sleepless night that people in the U.S. were having when Luis Ortiz fought Deontay Wilder. But we'll see whether or not Luis Ortiz, we'll never see what Anthony Joshua what Anthony Joshua would do with Luis Ortiz. But anyway, man, thanks you for the question, man. Thanks for the super chat, man. It's much, much appreciated, man. We're going to make it work for the cause. Nike Box 333. Ortiz was smoke white, and that bullshit already started seeing people say AJ is more technically sound than Ortiz. What? He's more technically sound than somebody saying that I'm not. Nah, I don't put myself out there to be, you know, the greatest expert in the world on, you know, who the best technical fighters are. You know, but Luis Ortiz is a southpaw counterpuncher, Holmes. That's awkward. Just the fact that he's a southpaw is awkward. You saw what kind of a good boxer that he was. He outboxed Deontay Wilder. He was the better boxer in the ring. But hey, man, he got clipped. And if he is the better boxer, the fundamentally more sound boxer than Luis Ortiz, cool, get in the ring with Luis Ortiz. Get in the ring with Luis Ortiz, man. It's so funny, man. Everybody's easy money, man. Why you saying they don't deserve a fight? They don't believe that. Hollywood Hawkins, man. Fanon, what's good, champ? Oh, man, life's good over here, man. Man, that's crazy. They're saying that. Come on, man. They're going to say anything. They've already lost all their stuff, man. Or, yeah, Kaz, Ortiz had over 300 amateur fights, and AJ is more technical. Man, come on, man. That's a Cuban, man. He ain't more technical than him, man. Hey, Cornelius Littlejohn, Fernanda Don. Can Erickson Lubin make a comeback after the KO like that? Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. He can get it right. I mean, it was not like he got battered. He got his light switch turned off, man. Wrong punch, right? Wrong punch, wrong time, dude. I mean, wrong place, wrong time with that punch. Yeah, man, they reaching big time. Allegedly, Anthony Wade. Oh, Charles Martin was a world beater. Allegedly. Oh, my God. Yeah, you know how that goes. Charles Martin's a world beater, man. Come on, man. Dana Jones. Oh, man, thanks for the super chat, by the way, Dana Jones. I'm positive I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Thank you, sir. Dana Jones. May Wilder keep his left jab at home. That's why I'm a world couch potato champion. Exactly, dog. Sit there and watch that, man. I ain't trying to get hit by that dude. Oh, I Am Israel. That's you talking about I Am Israel, man. My man's on the channel. I'm like, is it a boxing? So that one kid put in that daggone whoever it is, CSI. Who the fuck CSI? And for now, me and AL Boxing is talking about the build up for Wilder and AJ. What you say? I don't want to build up. It's built up. It's built up. What more build up do you need? They got the belts. What you building up? Let's make it hot. It's time, dog. It's built up. I don't think there's no more. I mean, finish this fight March 31st and it's built up. That's all we need to know. We can all have great conversations about what's going to happen when they come in the ring, and everybody can be, you know, making sure they go to the bathroom an hour before the fight starts. They don't need to build it up. It's there, man. All boxing, man. Okay, that's not for me. Anthony Joshua was a 2000 version of Frank Bruno, I'm telling you. Yeah, man. Blood Boxing did a video on that, man. That was hilarious, man. That was hilarious. Fanon, say Bomb Squad one time for the homies. Bomb Squad! Man, y'all got me acting like a kid, man. It's late, too. I got to hurry up and head up out of here, man. I'm like an hour and a half over what I said I was going to do. Man, I love this live stream, man. I love talking to you guys about boxing. It gets fun, man, because we got people who really want to talk boxing, dog. Yeah, Bomb Squad. That's my dude. Fanon, did you know Big Baby tried to jump in the ring after Wilder Ortiz? Oh, is that what he jumped out? Oh, that's when he jumped at him like that? Okay, now I can't do it any louder, dog. My whole family's like already like 10 o'clock. My son's in the next room trying to go to sleep, dog. That's the best I can do, Holmes. That's the best I can do. Oh, man, it's hilarious, man. That's what happened. That's cool. Man, Jermall Miller don't want none, dog. Jermall Miller don't want none, man. Attention seeking, dog. And it's funny because did you see what Wilder did? Wilder jumped at him, dog. I was like, who is this? Why? Deontay Wilder ran at him, dog, leaped towards him. I was like, oh, okay, man, it's going to be like that. Jermall Miller, man, nah, dog. You don't want that. You don't want that, dog. You want that paycheck, dog. You don't want that heat, man. Come on. That's not going to happen, dog. Hey, Anthony Wade, thank you, man, for the super chat, man. It's so appreciated, man. You guys really show up. Credit to Wilder. Even though Ortiz did well, Wilder kept him from doing what he wanted. Wilder made him miss a ton of jabs and straight lefts. He did. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. At a certain point in time, man, you got to believe your eyes, man. You know that saying, that's what these cats that hate on Deontay Wilder to me seems like they're saying, believe me. Who you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? You know what I mean? Yeah, I know it looks like, I know if you look at his record, it looks like he's knocked everybody out and he's defended his WBC championship 7 times, and I know you see that bronze medal that he has. And I know you see that he's knocking and concussing people, but he can't fight. Don't believe your eyes, your lying eyes. Believe me. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Look, yeah, my man. Fanon signing off for the night. Fun stream as always. Hey, thanks, man, for Rory Tabori. I think I'm going to do the same as well. Everybody, man, thank you guys for showing up. And always, man, thank you, cats, for the super chats. It's much appreciated, man. It makes supporting the cause much, much, much easier. And I hope you guys, get your money's worth, get your time's worth out of the conversations. And again, I'm going to reiterate, because tonight it was interesting because we didn't have as many I don't think I had as many wrenches in the house. El Finici's in the house. I think Ty Legacy cut out. 1-2 was in the house. But I'm sorry that the conversation got diverted into that stuff that was going on. And honestly, I should have cut that a lot earlier. And I think it kind of decreased, the quality of the video, quality of the conversation for a while. I was a little slow on my feet because I didn't want to. I didn't want to throw somebody out for no good reason, man. But on the real, man, I think I was a little late on that. So my apologies on that, man. And, Cass said he need that wrench. Cass always in the house, dog. Boom. Wrench deployed, homeboy. Wrench deployed. All right, Hollywood Hawkins. Flame on 24. Thank you, sir. Gary Benson, as always, man, you represent on the regular, man. Daniel Valdez, you came in like a champ today. Thank you, sir. Flame on, I'm going to say thanks to you twice. Daniel Valdez, I'm going to thank you 3 damn times. Anthony Wade, Gary Benson again for the 2nd time. Dana Jones, Anthony Wade again. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Thank you for the people that listen to the channel. Subscribe. Please hit the bell icon because you guys bring valuable conversations. As Pound, shout out to the LDBC. Ticket TV made we had a star in the building in Ticket TV today. That was really appreciating it, man. Oh yeah, Wendell said you took a standing 8 and recovered well. Yeah, man, I was kind of thrown off by that, man. I was really thrown off by that. I was, honestly, man. I was like, because it wasn't firm on my thing. He's talking, but then I'm like, no, this dude is distracting. And it's like, it's like a virus detection. I'll go on. This is like virus detection. You got to keep your eyes on what is distracting people from conversations. And sometimes it's not just going to be out and out ignorance and just disrespecting people. Sometimes these trolls they'll just try to, for fun, see if they can take the conversation off of what the conversation it is, And that's what that dude did for a little while. But now, you know what I'm saying? Like any good virus detection program, the Fanon anti-troll system is going to pick up cats that take conversations where they don't need to be going. This is a boxing channel. If you don't want to talk boxing, dog, you're not welcome. I don't need you. You're not welcome. If you're not mature and you're not willing to talk about boxing in a respectful manner, you're not needed. You're not wanted. Please unsubscribe, unclick the bell icon, and save me the problem of having to throw your ass out. And with that, thank you very much to the super chats. Much appreciated. Israel, I am Israel, man. Everybody, man. Dana Jones. 90s media, what's good, my man? Oh, man, you said you're going to be old as hell waiting on that shit. Wilder just got on ESPN. Oh, really? Today? Oh, cool. I'm going to go check it out. Thank you for everybody, man. Thanks for the super chats. We'll be we'll drop some videos tomorrow for sure. More than likely going to do a live stream tomorrow at some point in time because this is really, a great thing for the channel, man, and I'm loving it. Like, subscribe, kind of all that good stuff, man. Shout out to Boxing Ego. Mentioned his name several times in the video, man. I know he's on his grind over on his thing, man, but he got that good update from Errol Spence Jr. So shout out, to him and his work. And with that, I'm out. Peace.